Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thank you very much. My goodness gracious. Wait, I'm at full screen from when we were doing the other thing that we do before this. And, oh my goodness, look at all the people in there. That's exciting. It's good to see everybody. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, everybody. We're going to be talking about the movie Juno today, which is, I'm going to be honest about something. I remember this movie being good, but I don't remember it being fucking great.
This good.
This is a great movie, and it's all because of her. It's like the only movie that Michael Cera has ever been in where it's not the Michael Cera show. What?
Him.
Shit. Okay, Juno. What if I'm referring to Juno? I still say him.
I thought we had it.
I sent you a text message.
I know, but okay. Can we just talk about? Can we just work it out on the air so that I know what I'm doing?
Yes.
I thought if I was talking about Elliot Page, I would. But if I was talking about the character Juno, this was a book first.
Oh, you're talking about the character. I thought you were talking about his performance.
God damn it! You're right. I'm just trying to fucking get.
No, I just
get
didn't
out
understand
of it.
either.
No, I just was trying to get out of it. Okay.
But Eric did clear that up for us. Eric, do you want to?
Yes. So I developed a relationship with one of our vendors when we were switching content management systems at work. I know I don't want to get into it because it's pretty amazing stuff.
You don't want to take away from the podcast.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like we could talk about it for hours, but we do have a show to do.
Oh.
So I developed a relationship with Carter, who was our liaison with the company we were working with, and so I reached out to them on LinkedIn to try to get to the bottom of this. Carter is non-binary and doesn't identify with the genders at all,
Okay.
and so I did. I asked. We want to make sure that we're treating Elliot Page's, situation, whatever, with the respect that it deserves, and we just want to make sure that we're not, being, fucking assholes.
Right.
So I asked about this, and they said, great to hear from you as always. It's best to refer to Elliot's work in a current day context, so I'd recommend using he, him pronouns regardless of the role you're referencing.
Okay.
It is a bit of a mind bender, I know, but that's best practice. Love that you're asking these questions.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I certainly meant no disrespect, and I definitely did not mean to throw the fucking, tire strips out on the goddamn road. If I fuck the show up, Eric.
But to clarify, the character.
Yes, the character
is a female.
is a she.
Okay, cool.
The
Right.
actor is a he.
No, I kid. Yes.
I don't think you fucked anything up because we had this discussion last time Elliot Page was in Inception.
Yes.
So we had this exact same conversation.
Or did you just dream that he was?
Yes. So,
Yes. Well, anyway, Elliot Page in this movie is so fucking good that for every movie Michael Cera's in, it's the Michael Cera show. Even if he just appears for a little bit.
This is the end.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, this is the end. He's in there for 10 minutes total. It's that movie. That's what you remember.
Yeah.
And it would be easy enough for him to do that to this film, even though his character had a relatively small part, because he's so gangly and wearing short shorts and long
the shorts
socks.
with the
But she overshadowed.
He was a freaking Halloween costume for several years because
That's
of this movie.
true.
Though.
No,
that's
he's great, but I will say Elliot overshadows him. And everyone, that one scene where they're, and obviously, guys, I know this is weird, us talking so much about the movie, up front.
I wasn't prepared.
We'll get
for
out of this as soon as we can. But where they're sitting there in Michael Cera's room, no. No, it's the thing where he goes, oh, yeah, it's then. They're sitting in the room and they do the, were we together?
Oh.
But I mean, they're both so fucking good in that. It's just great. It gave me chills.
You
It really
forget
did.
that Michael Cera doesn't just have to act like a ding dong
Right.
to be a good actor.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the ding dong thing that makes it, and they did show their ding dongs through the shorts.
I wish they would have
They're
shown
floppy
more
dongs.
I know you did. I know. I think there is an unrated version.
where they
Yeah,
like
it pops out like little Donnie.
like the RoboCop video that you sent me.
Yeah. Yeah. There used to be this character on Upright Citizens Brigade called Little Donnie, and he was a special needs dude that wore like really short shorts, but his penis was like down to like his shin, and it was the only thing that was blurred out. So he would just run around and shit, and it would just flop it everywhere, and it would just.
There
oh my
was,
God,
and
so
I'm
ridiculous.
sure if it ever did exist, then it still exists, but it's a little clip that's about 2 inches and the head of a penis that you can clip to the bottom of your shorts or your long pants.
Or someone else's
and
short.
it will just hang out there ever so.
It's the equivalent of the balls on the back of a Texas
yes,
truck.
truck
or
nuts.
the
Truck
beer
nuts.
belly fanny pack.
Oh, just the best. That thing.
I've gotten a couple people with that one.
Oh yeah, me
I'll just
multiple times.
Pull the shirt right over it, and it's this hairy belly that hangs down.
How many beers does the thing fit?
3, probably.
That's not bad.
Threve.
A threesome.
Threve. Well, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm excited to talk about this this here motion picture. I am constantly trying to remind everybody around me how current I am as a famous person, and how still I have like all the. I'm just fucking still killing it. Right now.
And none of us feel like you're trying to over-explain it
I'm not.
or to kind of bridge any gap in your own
Feels real
sensibilities.
natural.
I don't need that. I don't
No,
need to do
you
that.
don't. That's
I
what
don't
we're
need-
saying.
So-
Jarrett, you don't need it.
So I just found out. Okay, so me and Casey and Rob, after we had Bowling for Soup weekend last weekend. It was great fun. Played a big show. The next day, the band and crew came over. We do the normal thing. We have a day long after party where, and it wasn't quite as wild this time as it was last time. And I think maybe just because it was a few months ago, maybe everybody's a little, still a little tired from the last one 6 months ago. But then I had a day where to get everybody to leave our house, and then which took most of the day Monday.
Gone.
Get.
Hey, Wrangler, and so then that was Monday. Then Tuesday I played in a golf tournament. Didn't get too crazy, Didn't even. In fact, we were so sleepy by the end of the fucking 40-item raffle. We just came home and didn't even go out and get after.
Stay tuned later in the show to find out what Jarrett hit with a golf
Club.
driver.
That's right. No, with a baseball bat.
Oh.
I hit off the tee.
Oh, you hit it like this.
But I'm not kidding. You can ask Gary, Derek, or Mark how far that I hit this marshmallow. Like
25 feet at least.
no. Like it was fucking crazy how far
Please
this
don't
thing.
say yards, because I can't think in yards.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to you.
Meters.
I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not an asshole. Anyway, the next day, me and Casey and Rob got on a plane, and we went to Las Vegas to do a show out there. They're having this emo fest. Emo Fest is like a 3-day event that the organization Emo Night is putting on. It's sold out. It's crazy, like the acts and all of the stuff that's happening. And so the first day though, we just went to hang out, and I'm still like trying to recover from the weekend. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Dave wants to go eat some Korean barbecue, so we'll go eat some Korean barbecue, and then after that, everybody's going to be in a meat coma. So we'll just call it a night, Well, we're having pre-drinks at the Mexican place, of course, in Las Vegas, because,
Before the Korean barbecue.
before the Korean barbecue. We're trying to keep it,
Very
multicultural.
Very ethnocentric.
And my wife leaves the room, and then I just catch this odd glimpse out of my left peripherals. And here comes Derek Pittsinger walking into the restaurant to surprise his buddy Jarrett,
The one and only.
Amy's husband, surprising me there. And I'm so happy to see him. And then I went, shit. I guess I'm not going to bed early tonight.
Yeah.
And boy, did I not. So we were up until about 5 that night. But anyway, this is why I'm still cool. This event, of course, started the next night, and it was us and a band called Mayday Parade, and me and Rob were I was the surprise guest. Rob was included in it because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I'm kidding. Me and Rob were there.
He's a sweet boy.
He's a sweet boy. And so we're the surprise guest, and it's Mayday Parade, us, Sleeping with Sirens, and Royal and the Serpent.
Oh, yeah.
New band. They've got like a big TikTok song, my wife tells me. Anyway, we play, and the place just goes ape shit. Like, just literally fucking knew all the songs that we played, and it was great. We had a great time. Anyway, the next day we flew home. Well, my cousin, Allie, who is, early 20s, is posting today, like, the Virgin Hotel was so amazing. Oh my God, Emo Fest was so awesome. And I'm like, you know that I was there Thursday, right? She was like, oh my God, we were there Thursday. I didn't know they didn't go to this particular event.
Oh.
So my son hears me talking about that and he goes, oh no, Dad, she went to go see Machine Gun Kelly. And I go, yeah, that's part of the same event that I was playing that everybody else was excited to see me. So here's what I said to him. Your dad is still hip.
He's really
Whoa, that went over well.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Your old man was playing with old machine gun jelly.
Old Machine Gun Jelly, that Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man. Played Mode Son, and that guy was playing there.
That's my buddy.
Mod Son?
Yeah, Derek. Yeah.
Oh, you call him Derek?
Oh, first name.
Well, I call Uncle Cracker Matt, so...
What?
Matt Cracker.
Matt Cracker.
Hey!
That's Mr. Cracker to
Donkey.
you.
Wrangler.
I'm not your uncle.
Do you really know Mod Son? How do you know Mod Son? Don't fucking interrupt
What
him when
an eye roll.
Don't interrupt him when he's name dropping,
Oh
Eric.
my
Jesus.
goodness.
I had no idea he was there. Derek was in a band back in the day called Four Letter Lie
That's right.
with Kevin from A Day to Remember.
Oh my God.
Kevin was in it, and I endorsed Derek on drums.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because he's like a badass drummer, this guy.
Yeah, I've known Derek for like 15 years.
Okay, I know it seems cool to name drop like that, but one time Tom Cruise and Denzel Washington and I were talking about that, and we decided that it's not that cool.
You guys know that one of the A Day to Remember guys got canceled. You know,
Ooh, what'd he do?
They're dropping like flies.
Oh, did he touch inappropriately?
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. I think he inappropriately touched a
what?
pet. No, I'm kidding. You said
goat?
that. You said that. Is that even possible? Like, it depends on what country you're in. Sometimes it's appropriate to touch a goat however you want.
I don't know all
Yeah, the goat will almost be as famous
ins
as
and
the one
outs.
in Taylor Swift's music videos.
No Effects has an album called Heavy Petting Zoo, and on the corner, on the cover, sorry, it's like a guy like holding a sheep in his lap or whatever. And I swear to God, it's true. I had that album for years and had no idea what heavy petting meant.
Yeah.
I just thought the guy was
No,
just
of course
holding.
not.
I just thought he was holding a sheep.
Like scratching it too hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. Can you do that? I don't know.
The thing that I like best about sex with animals.
Here's the thing,
And
though. So
scene.
we got home, and then the next day we had a hell of a baseball game.
Oh,
And it was crazy, and our son's team rallied to tie the Red Sox of Boston, the number one team in the league, who had never been beaten, but they did manage to tie them. And
We
they
should have won.
But we should have won. We did have a couple of bad calls.
Maybe I'm their bad luck
No.
because I showed up.
I think it
and
was
then
the
after
umpire
I
that
left,
was the-
yeah, the bad luck was the calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
So basically, what happened is the coach and his wife were having like a get together at that night, like an adult thing, right? This is the thing I told you about. And I'm like, and Casey had already told him the night before, like, hey, look, we I don't know why we thought this would be a good idea, but we just got back from Vegas. We're wiped out. We're not coming. And so I'm like, she's like, you RSVP'd to this thing. I'm like, I don't remember doing that. Anyway, they had sent out the invite August 28th.
Oh.
Yeah. So, shit,
sure,
I don't remember that.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, I don't know. Had no idea we'd be going to Vegas. Anyway, we're on our way out, and Sarah, our coach's wife, is like, oh, you're supposed to be a rock star. And, oh, man, y'all are no fun.
No.
Oh, you guys are the kings of the late minute cancelization and yada yada. And we get in the car and Casey goes, you want to just fucking show up and walk through that fence? And I'm like, I kind of do.
I'm gonna rage on her.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah. And so we did. And we hung really, really well. Yeah. Tried to, I actually would have kept going, but my wife was worn out. And so we went to bed, which was the best decision of all time.
It must have been, because then the next day you said you weren't even having football drinks.
I did not have any drinks on football Sunday. No, I did not. Nope, I didn't. And in fact, I was supposed to watch the Steelers with Casey's stepdad, but I was like, Casey was out. Casey went out last night and did a birthday thing with Katie, and then she had to work this crazy wedding that I'll let her tell you about in just a second. And I was like, when she's gone, I get to go to bed whenever Everett does.
Nice.
So then the fucking game goes to overtime.
Oh, no.
And I'm literally sitting there like, and I in no way want it to end, but I am like, kind of like on the edge of my seat, just going, okay, dogs, let's get ready. We're going to go out here in just a second.
In 3, 2,
somebody
1.
scores. The minute something happens or whatever, that door is open and you're going out anyway.
Too bad they played 13 minutes of overtime,
They,
which is an hour in real time.
But it was a great game. Good job, Steelers. I want to thank everybody that came out to see me in Vegas. That was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to doing much more with Emo Night. Eric, so you invited me on Saturday to a low-key poker party.
Yes.
That you were like, yeah, it's just a few of us gonna sit around and just play poker super easy. And I'm like, man, I actually wish we could come because Casey wants to learn to play poker. You're like, this is the group for that.
Yeah, low impact.
Yeah. And then what happened?
Well, I don't know.
I knew it. I knew it was a trap.
What ended up happening was about 5:15. We looked at each other and went, we got to be up tomorrow morning. Greer's going to wake up at the same time, no matter what time we go to bed.
Kids don't give a shit about hangovers.
So at 5:30, we crawled on into bed, drunk.
Oh my God.
Goodness
Woke
gracious.
up about 8:30.
Been there, man.
Still drunk. Successfully navigated the morning. It was about 1 o'clock as we're heading out the door to go have lunch and then go to my nephew's soccer game, where I went, oh man. Coming down off of this pretty hard. And that we had a really fun day given the circumstance, but it was tough and I was struggling. But I don't know. It was just me and Kelsey.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law that lives a couple doors down, and Kelsey's dad and stepmom.
It's always that group. Why are you
That's the
surprised?
thing. Like that's the most dangerous. Honestly, what's crazy is like even my closest unit here, they wait till I'm out of town and then they all stay up till 4 a.m. And there are 2 people in this room that are guilty of that, right?
Sean.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what do we do?
100%. The last time I was out of town is the last time y'all all stayed up till like 3:30 or 4, and everybody
No.
was having fun.
When?
We
Derek
went to bed at like midnight.
No, Derek told me y'all were up like late as shit.
One time, me and Derek hung
was
out in
about
that
to say,
pool listening to like
well,
No,
Limp
it's Casey
Bizkit
and
till-
Derek.
That was my own
it's
fault.
that's a fucked up
I went to
combo.
bed early anyway. That's happened multiple times, by the way.
They're the king and queen of just, nope, we're going to go all night long.
I get it. That's fine. Here's the thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Ring doorbell camera evidence of me like being like, get on the golf cart, I'll take you home. Like this fucking pool towels flying through the air. Like
The most dangerous group is Mark and Bonnie when we do this Mexican train. That fucking game.
I've managed to go home early for that every single time.
I mean,
Well done.
that shit will go until 6:30 o'clock.
Jesus,
I love
it's
that game.
dominoes, right?
It's
Yes.
dominoes, but there's 15 rounds, and like in between rounds, everybody gets up and has pie and shit. You know, like it's one of those deals. But
sounds like an
anyway,
important part of
hi
the
guys.
game.
Here's somebody who hasn't said hello in a long time. What you got? You want to say hi, guys? Everybody, listen to my son's voice.
Yo, yo, yo.
There's Jackson Ray Reddick right there, back.
In the flesh.
Hey, Dad. Good to see you.
What are you doing?
Hey, bro.
I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. But
Okay.
He's got some good hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that possible,
Okay,
right?
so everybody needs to get fed. Everybody needs to go outside, and then the big dogs can just stay downstairs, just with the gate closed. And you're going to take Allie up.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure right when you wake up, you bring her down the bathroom. You got to carry her.
All right.
Okay.
All right, take
All right,
it,
buddy. Love
take
you.
it,
Love you. Good
take
night.
it sleazy.
And if they don't eat, make sure you cover their bowls up with, you stack their bowls. All right. But be patient. You got to make them eat.
You're doing great.
You can stack my bowls anytime you
Okie
want.
dokie. All right. Well, anyway, I'm glad I didn't walk into that because me and Casey were actually smart that night and ish.
I don't know why the poker thing reminds me of this, but one time, I'm not usually, and I think that Jarrett can vouch for me on this. Like, we've got a pretty good, like, hangover pact as far as married couples go. Like, we don't really punish each other for it. Like,
ever.
we're pretty sympathetic. Like, oh my God, like, he'll go get me a Gatorade and I'll, like,
Oh,
leave him the
yeah.
fuck alone. Like, the things that
Yeah.
you need. Mm-hmm. But there was one time that he was supposed to take Everett to school one morning and I was going to sleep in that day. And he somehow last minute got invited to, like, a poker thing in our neighborhood. And it just
Yeah.
reminded me because he said you guys went to bed at 5:30, then you have to navigate the morning. But he rolls in the house. I don't think I realized till later, like probably about 5 a.m.
Yeah, totally.
after the poker thing. And so I'm like, fuck it, I'm sleeping in. I didn't know what time he rolled in. So he's sleeping, and I go, hey, you said you'll take Everett to school. I never do shit like that. There's no reason I couldn't have gotten up and done it. I was just pissed off and tired. So I woke him up and he goes, okay. And he gets up and he goes to the bathroom and he puts his clothes on and he gets his shoes on and the door's open to the bathroom. And he just looks at me and goes, I'm hammered.
I'm going to get a DUI at 7:15.
In a school zone.
Yeah, that's double ticket.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like he hadn't even thought about the concern in his eyes. And I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
fuck it. And I got up
Listen
and
to
took
me.
him
I
to
am
school.
shit-faced. I stopped drinking an hour ago.
Yeah, I don't think I realized that he'd come home that late. And then he just like,
Yeah.
it just hit him all of a sudden. Like, I can't take him to school.
Now
I'm
you're
hammered.
you're
Like,
the best. And even on nights where we both fucking rage, she'll get up in the morning and then she gets the nap.
Yeah.
So she'll come in at lunchtime or sometimes 2 in the afternoon, sometimes fucking 4, depending on how late we were up. And she's just like tapping out. I'm like, okay, you did it.
Gotta get
anyway. But Casey, I feel like you at least have to tell. I mean, you have to. I just feel like everybody needs to know what you did last night. Because it's fucking crazy.
It was weird. It was a weird night. So I did take my friend Katie. It was her birthday, so we went out to dinner. We always do fancy schmancy steak dinner. It was awesome.
Happy birthday, Katie.
But I had to rush off because I had a wedding to work at 10 p.m.
Excuse me?
Yep. It's actually my massage therapist. Been engaged. Somehow I've been in the wedding planning process this whole entire time. I've just been working bridal for a long time. So when I walked in, it was really funny. And I'm like, I know who made that cake. I know who got those flowers from. Did the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's been a super fun planning deal, but I wasn't sure how it was going to go down, but it worked out well. So what he did was he planned a giant proposal for his now fiance. Well, nope, that's not true.
Now wife.
Yeah, now wife.
His now wife, because he proposed to her and then they got married immediately after.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
So what he did was both of their second go round, like she didn't want to do like a whole big giant wedding planning, like this whole deal. And so maybe like the idea had gotten thrown out there, but she had no idea it was coming, like when or how or what was going to happen. So he rents out this like beautiful little chapel they have in McKinney and fills the whole thing with fucking candles. The entire thing has a string quartet, right? The whole deal.
Oh my god.
And he brings her there and they sit and they watch the string quartet play all of her favorite songs and all this stuff. And then he proposes to her. And after she says yes, he goes, what do you think about getting married tonight? And she says, okay. And she said in her head, she was like, I'm just going to have to explain it to my mom. She's going to be pissed. Well, the thing is that she didn't realize that whenever they left the chapel, all of her friends and family were already there.
Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps.
And so
Yeah.
I'm in this like reception hall with this little bridal suite. He had me come to do hair. She's wearing this like already this like beautiful like sparkly dress. She goes, well, I'm glad I wore this. He's like, no, I got the wedding dress you wanted. She had tried on a dress like
Stop.
for fun with her daughter. Her daughter managed to get all of her measurements, all the stuff. The wedding dress was, I mean, she could not. Like, I told him it would take 30 minutes to do her hair, but the girlfriend could not get the mascara to stop running down her face to, like, get it together. And every 5 seconds, like, her dad, I guess, passed away at one point, and these other 2 men were, like, her other dads, and he, like, had them flown in. I mean, she could not, like, get it together.
Oh my goodness.
It was crazy. And so everything was just, like, everywhere she looked, it was this, like, just this new thing, and it was
surprise.
happening. But she was, like, elated. Like, because, you know, somebody could take that and go, like, oh, fuck, like, what's happening?
Yeah.
She was just like, I love him and his little brain and his little creative heart. This is so fun and all this stuff. And like,
That's incredible.
Yeah. And so her kids were in on it and they were there, like ready to go. And
Yeah.
How long was he planning this?
months and months.
I mean,
and
it
months.
has to be months. I mean, like, just because the lady that did the cakes.
It has
Right.
been months.
Did you already say that part? Uh-huh. Okay, sorry. I
The lady that
zoned out
does
for
like
a
the
second.
cookies and cakes,
Yeah.
Michelle's friend that does
Oh,
like
yeah.
So because they're kind of quirky, it was all Alice in Wonderland themed.
Cool.
So she does like the specialty like things, and so I sit in there. But yeah, it's been a few months. I mean,
Because
I've been in on it since he's been like I've helped pick out the wedding band. Like I
That
mean, like
is
it's been really
so
because I like
cool.
weddings, and I think they're
It's
fun.
amazing to me how people can do something of that scale with that amount of people and planning and really make it a true surprise.
Yeah, and that's the thing because I was like, I wonder if she's really going to be surprised. And I
Yeah.
think when you walk into a candlelit chapel
knew
with
the
a string
proposal was
quartet,
coming.
you're probably getting proposed to properly. But she did not know any of it. I mean, you could tell
That's
that there was no
incredible.
faking.
Way to go,
whatsoever.
dude. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Patrick?
Patrick.
Yeah,
Way to go.
Pretty amazing. I mean, pretty amazing. So Casey managed yesterday to also fit in a birthday dinner for her best friend. So they went to and had a steak, and then she went and did a wedding.
That's
Oh yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
tired.
Crazy.
But one of my favorite things about the night, besides the obvious, like, oh my god, this is just amazing. I mean, literally, like, the photographers, like, were just like, I've been doing this for I've never seen anything like this. It's amazing. It was just really cool to be a part of. But what's so funny is when I got there and the family has to go wait outside the chapel,
Right.
I'm just in the little reception area near the bridal suite with the bartender they had hired. Like they just had like one guy. It was a little small, like
hell
20
yeah.
people reception, you know. And he's just like, do you have any idea what's happening? Because I'm just working these hours. Like, so
Oh.
I explained it to him, like what was exactly going on. And he just me and this man,
No
he was just-
idea.
He goes, I just am never going to find love. And gave me his whole spiel. I've tried 7 times. 7 times I've tried. And I've 3-year relationships and 5-year relationships. And I'm like, man, being a hairstylist just you never get a day
Nope.
off.
Right.
No.
Sitting there.
It's like you've got a sign on your face.
Oh my God. He
Tell
was
me
taking
your problems.
pictures of all the stuff and
Yeah.
just being like, this is just unheard of. And you know what? I'm just going to travel the world alone. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
go
I'm going to
for
go
it,
stand
dude.
by these curling irons.
You should
Yeah.
go into dentistry, and that way
People can't talk to you.
They can't talk to you about
but
the
you-
bullshit.
Yeah.
But you still talk to them. What's that
yeah,
about?
I don't get it. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, my hygienist can understand every mumbled word that comes out of my mouth.
It's like the he who should not be named and his because
Oh, yeah.
when you
The dentist.
the spit is from the bowl to the mouth.
Voldemort?
You ever do any fishing?
That during that
Yeah.
joke was
Yeah.
when you guys walked in and I was crying, laughing.
Yeah, it was
so
Bill
hard.
Cosby. Actually, he could be named.
He can be
Yeah, the
named.
things that are put out
It's
there are very, very funny.
fine.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And he's out of prison.
And
so.
the chat room goes wild.
Oh, now you're canceled.
Well, good job, babe. It's an amazing thing.
It was super cool.
She
I
did
would
all
love
of
to
that
see
out
the
of the goodness
pictures.
of her heart as well. So
Yeah, and probably a free massage. I don't know. You know, what are you gonna do?
Hopefully.
Hopefully a happy ending. I mean, I don't know. He's married now.
Oh, for me?
That's
Yeah.
Or for them?
Off the table.
Oh no, you can't-
Literally,
don't
you
do
have
that.
to be off the table
you
for
have
it. So. Or under the table.
Something.
Is it under
I
the
don't
table?
know. What was that? That was that doll movie. What was the no? What was the
Chucky.
movie where they no? What's the movie where they cut the hole in the table? And remember?
No, you're thinking of, okay, you're okay, I got wait, everybody stop.
Okay.
Everybody stop.
Okay.
What's happening is he's mixing up Lars and the real girl
Yeah.
with Dave, the little Dicky show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, you never saw him fuck the doll.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
MILF Milkers 8.
Yeah.
I think they have them laid down.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's a
what
whole-
that's what they're referencing.
That Little Dicky show is so
Yeah.
good. It gets dark as
the
fuck.
doll.
I don't know what that is.
But he had it all.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Just the
did.
bottom half.
He did have. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, got. He did that thing. Amy, how was your weekend? Your week, and what's going on?
Week was good. It was slow because Derek was out of town for a little bit, so we ate a lot of takeout, and I feel like shit.
Yeah, he was. He
Because he wasn't there to cook for me.
He was with me.
He was with you, and then we just had a baseball-filled weekend,
Yeah.
and it's adorable. And I think James is going to play up next season.
Awesome.
Oh
He's
shit.
doing good. Henry played 2 games yesterday, and first coach ejection for us,
nice.
for
Yes.
our team.
They let them do that on the field in front of the kids.
Yes, he was quick about it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Quick but loud. I mean,
right. Yeah.
loud,
Just-
very loud.
He's a
No,
moaner.
and to be honest with you, it was very interesting because I think one of these umpires was just having his time of the month because he was very sensitive and it really wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But he was out of there. So that was interesting. But I
Those
got
are
some
always
good
fun.
pictures.
Good. Well, yeah. Thank you for encouraging Derek to come out and surprise
Oh,
me.
heck
That
yeah. He was over here for trivia.
Yeah, and he started looking it all up, and then he's asking me a few questions. Then he was just like, "Okay, I'll let you know if I can swing it." And he never said another thing about it.
Well, and he came home that night and he walked in. He goes, "Hey, I think I might, want to go to Vegas and see Jarrett's thing." And I'm on American Airlines app, and I said, "Do you like window or aisle?" And just bought
Awesome.
it. And
Yeah.
then that morning, his flight was canceled.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
not
had to work
delayed,
for it. He had to work
just
for it.
Flat
Yeah.
out canceled. And so we had some time to go to lunch, and that's why I was like, "Hey, come, let's take a picture and post it." And then he'll really have no
Oh
idea.
yeah, I had, and even Casey and I were walking to the restroom because we always go together.
That's nice.
Afterwards, and or after he had surprised me, she goes, "Did you really not know?" And I had zero idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that there was an inkling of a chance that he might, but I never even thought about the fact that he would surprise me.
Yeah.
So so that was good.
Well, I hate keeping secrets, so I'm glad it's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that was another thing. I was like, you have to at least tell Casey so she can help you
Right.
figure out where everything is and
Yeah,
all the
Emma was
stuff.
surprising my parents that weekend. I'm going to
Oh,
a
that's
surprise
right.
Too many
wedding. I'm like,
surprises.
I'm so glad everything's out in the open.
yeah, too many secrets.
No, Sean, get your microphone. I'm going to talk to you next. I always talk to you after Amy.
I don't even know where we're at in the podcast.
What are you talking about? We're 47 minutes in. We're
Talking
still
about
doing small
whenever,
talk, but we've already
Ryan Gosling.
we already
fucked that doll
covered
through a table.
half the goddamn movie.
Yeah, he's great.
Let's talk about
Michael
Dave.
Cera's great.
Now, Howard, do you like the show Dave?
Oh yeah,
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
No, Dave, not Dave.
Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
Both.
That's Little Dicky.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hi, I'm Dave.
it's so good. I mean, it's crazy though because it's that first season is so funny.
They
and then
Ted
this-
Lasso'd us.
And they Ted Lasso'd the shit out of us. That second season, but I mean,
The first 2 episodes, I was like, "What am I watching?"
the darkest of the dark.
and then the third one,
Yeah.
What is this on?
Hulu.
Yeah. Hulu.
Dave.
Yeah.
Hulu.
It's called Dave. And it's essentially sort of autobiopic of
He
the
becomes
rapper
pre-
Little
He
Dicky.
becomes the president.
I like it. I like that. That's a
has
good.
his
That's Phoebe
arms
Cates' husband
on this
actually.
thing, and then it's like robot arms. And
Yeah.
he says, "I once caught a fish this big," and the
Right.
robot
Keep going.
arms are
Just
real
keep going with
big.
the bit, or
and
and you're
he's
never gonna get home.
the president.
Okay. Sean, everything good with you, man? I don't feel like we've seen you in a long time. Yesterday, I sent you 14 texts. You
No, it
didn't
wasn't
fucking
that-
answer one.
Well, I told you I was out with my parents for the birthday thing.
I forgot about
Wow,
that.
Sean,
And then,
you and I
uh,
talked all day yesterday.
No, we didn't.
God damn it! Yeah, you did because you said the thing about the clips.
That was today.
And then y'all talked about it.
Today.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay, yeah,
It was yesterday.
it was yesterday.
I have his,
motherfucker.
I have his guitar in my car right now.
Ew.
You think
And
I got-
Down by the bar.
how far are you gonna go to the bar?
We just may.
So stupid.
Anyways,
Yeah, we didn't do a good job, guys. That was not very good.
I think because we all had the same idea.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
minuscule
And we could
different
only
times.
think of 2 words.
Far.
Yeah.
Bar car. Bar.
I felt assaulted.
Yeah. Well, but everything's good, Sean.
yeah.
Good. I love it.
Tar.
Well, we are really glad you guys are here to listen to this podcast. Man, we are approaching episode 300 so quickly. I just heard this today. We are approaching the episode of 300 at exactly one episode per week. So wherever we're at now, that many weeks will be at 300. So I figured all that out myself. So you understand what I'm saying?
You figured out that our podcast comes out once a week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
every
that's
Friday.
so once
Yeah.
we have, so it will have been 300 weeks.
Yeah, which according to the transitive theory of math is about 5 years.
I think
of
that's a
podcasts.
gestation of an elephant.
6
Holy
years?
shit.
5 years?
It's a long time.
300?
No.
It's a long time, right?
It's like 2, I think.
No,
Like
it's
2
18
years.
months?
I
It's-
thought we were
yeah.
kidding. Is it really 2
Yeah,
years?
It's a long time.
Yeah, an elephant's like 18 to 24 months, I think.
Right. Yeah. God, those baby
18
elephants
to
are so
22
cute.
months. Look at
A
me.
baby giraffe, a baby elephant.
Yeah.
Walk
Okay,
into
can
a
we
bar.
just talk about maybe we just don't have
And one
baby,
bumps his head.
baby giraffe. Speaking of bumping
Not at
heads,
Dallas Zoo anymore.
We cannot have giraffes at
No,
Dallas
we've
Kill
lost
another one?
anymore. They
no,
killed
just two.
another one.
Just two.
Like
Not a third
recently?
one. Not a third one.
recently, like in the last month, they killed one.
What?
No way. It's a
Okay,
little-
so
it's not
that's
the strokey
fucking
one, is
three.
it?
Because it broke its leg. They don't know how, but it broke its leg, and they couldn't fix it. And they're
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, they need
you
to
can't
stop giving
fix
us
that.
giraffes.
Essentially,
I want just the strokey one.
And here's the
Yeah.
thing. They should, and a lot of people don't think that animals in zoos should be in like areas that they're used to. And I think they should. So I think when
baby.
when the baby giraffe breaks its leg, hear me out on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should go straight to the hyena cage. So that the hyenas
And just laugh at him.
no. So that look at you, Gimpy. Look what we got. 4 working fucking legs.
Guys. I
No.
didn't realize it was a baby giraffe. That's
oh,
crazy.
baby.
Another one. 3-month-old, this one.
Yeah.
A baby.
So this is the fucking third one that we've lost actually in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Dallas is not giraffe friendly.
Jesus
So, a baby
Christ.
Born on the 4th of July.
Born on the 4th of July.
They should have just put him in a wheelchair.
Hi-yo.
that.
Ding, ding. I'm going to give you this for that. Nice. I like that a lot.
So,
But you'd have to make it really tall.
so a baby seal walks into a club.
Yeah, they had to euthanize it because
it
of a
died.
leg injury. Can I give it one of those little, little wheel legs?
Just
I'm
give
here
it-
all night.
Just put a wheel on a crutch.
Right.
Yeah, why can't you do like the wiener dog thing or whatever? Just put them in like a chariot. That's what you do. Okay, right? So
With
you-
the spikes on the
yeah,
wheels.
Yeah, well, no, but because you know, like, remember chariots are like tall, so you could stand up in it,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So you just stick the motherfucker's legs in the chariot, and they just wheel themselves around like one of them wiener dogs with the little
Hind leg thing, yeah.
thing. You know, it'd be great.
I can't understand why you haven't presented this to the Dallas Zoological
Well, we're about a month too late.
Society.
I am a
Okay.
member there, and I am a high up member, by
We
the way.
present it to
Okay,
a
so
better
you're a
zoo
giraffe
first.
member.
I
That's a good joke.
That is a good joke, actually. That's really fucking good. All right. We are glad you guys are here. We're going to talk about the movie Juno today.
No, we're not.
Super excited about that. Hey, guys, we have some news, and I actually really want y'all to pay attention to this. Okay? First of all, congratulations to Michael and Kathy Labonovitz as they have welcomed their first child into the world on October 9th, 2021. 8 pounds, 15 ounces. Way to go, Kathy. You know, that's almost 9 fucking pounds. That's about how much a baby giraffe's leg weighs.
Oh.
What? Okay. Also, congratulations to Gage and Wendy Stricklin. They got married. And he participates in the show later, and he's only been married for a few days. Guys, this is seriously,
That's a good sign because sometimes people get married and we never see them again.
this is pretty fucking crazy. The Apple Podcast charts have been updated. Apple Podcasts, United States of America film reviews. Jarrett Goes to the Movies has moved up 82 motherfucking spots.
Why?
We are number 106.
Yeah, we are.
Holy crap.
Watch out, Switchfoot Movie Review Podcast.
106.
We're coming for you.
Wait, how many spots did you say we moved up
82
in 1 year?
No, like in like
A day?
a month or so.
in the last
Holy
month or so.
crap.
Our listenership has we're doing something right.
We're doing it.
Man.
Yeah, people need to leave reviews, right?
I want to
That's how we
thank
do
you guys for that. I want to thank everybody who listens to this podcast. I know you skip the next part or whatever, and I know that it gets monotonous sometimes. It means the world to us to be able to do this. Honestly, man, it makes me get to have time with my friends and my wife and you guys, and I love it so very much. And if you guys just leaving one simple review or rating this podcast 5 stars, whatever it is you can do. And it doesn't just have to be on Apple Podcasts. It's wherever you listen to podcasts. It helps more than you will ever know.
No, it's just Apple.
No. I'm saying this is on Apple, but it helps us everywhere.
Yeah,
Obviously, we want our rankings on Spotify to go up. We want our rankings on Podbean. So wherever you listen.
Pornhub.
Yeah, Pornhub. Be great.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Well, actually, Sean. God bless it.
Yeah, I know. Had we not talked already for 55 minutes, I probably would have tore into his fucking ass.
Wish you would.
All right, guys, here's some good news. We are a Patreon-driven podcast, meaning all of our resources that are helpful in the financial area come from our listeners and our supporters on Patreon, patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. This week, Alec Martin went from $5 to $10. Alec Martin, thank you very much. Now, this is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. All of the producers that you're about to hear are at the $20 level or up, and everybody gets different perks, and it's super, super fun, and we would love to welcome you guys to the winning team. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Our producers are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris, the $12 Million Man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Connie Lingus, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David, the original Murray. This just in. I don't know if I should. I'm going to just go ahead and say this. I am actually going to be gone on Halloween. I don't know if you know that yet. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to go and I'm going to play 3 shows in Ohio. And I booked a show on Friday in Columbus that I'll be advertising soon, and a show on Sunday in Cincinnati that I won't be advertising soon. I'll be doing a house party at David Murray's house on Saturday.
Nice.
Be like this will be like my
fun.
5th one in his basement, so I'm excited about that. We always have a great time. His daughter is going to interview me for the school newspaper.
Oh, that's cool.
Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Diana Wheeler, Diane Small, Dom Scheffenberg, Petretta, Ernie Soulman McCracken, God damn it, Gage Stricklin, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jared Spear, Dr. Jason Aylesworth with special guest Kidney Pete, Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, the MVP, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher. So, nicknamed Kate Etro, the MVP, and Kim Murphy put her frosting on the beater. Because the other day, Kim Murphy posted this, not joking, went to the grocery store hungry and bought fucking cake frosting to eat.
I get that.
Yeah. And I'm cool with that. I've never done it, but it sounds delicious. Anyway, that's her new name, Kim Frosting on the Beater Murphy. That last thing that you heard was Les Zaldor Zuluski, Lily Holohan, Lindsay, Sponsor, Lisa Winsel, go Steelers, Lucy Murray, Mandy Birch, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Michael McClary, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah the Undertaker DeAngelis. I like that. When did she get because Wait, what?
When what's his face from your band was here last time for Dirty Dancing?
That's right. You're right. Okay, I remember. Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom Poo Poo Murray. Oh no, Pew Pew Murray.
You did it again.
Damn it. Trey Wren.
Can we just change it to poo poo?
Poo-poo. It's poo-poo
We'd have
from
to
now
ask
on.
Tom, I guess. Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Matta, Woody Chambers, and Svi Hurst, everybody. Give it up for all of our amazing supporters. And Vinny should be Vinny no fucking idea or no fucking clue. What does he usually say?
I mean, every time he's scheduled, he always has to cancel for school.
Yeah.
So it should be something canceled.
No, it's got to be like, because he always writes no fucking clue or no fucking idea or
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
shit, right? It's got to be something
I
like
don't
that.
know if it's clue or idea, but you're
Yeah,
right.
I can't remember. Somebody else tell us.
Someone write in.
I'm not judging on by the way, on the cake frosting. I mean, like Duncan Hines chocolate cake frosting, I could probably eat a whole thing.
You know what sounds really good? Let's go get some frosting and a Ritz cracker, and put that frosting on a Ritz, the sweet and the salty.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hell yes.
I think that would be good.
sorry,
She's on
no.
favor already.
No.
Guys, we're going to talk about the movie Juno, PG-13. This movie came out in 2007. It is a comedy drama. It's an hour and 36 minutes long.
Flew by.
It did. For me, too. Man, did this movie make some money. This movie got a 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes?
74.
No. Oh, I see what you did. You did the formula. No, I mean, way, way different.
82.
Nope.
54.
Amy? Got a guess? Sean? You already know what it is.
46.
No, dum-dum. It's like a super popular movie.
Listen.
94%.
Okay, I don't agree with that.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Budget. This is fucking crazy. Budget of this movie, $7.5 million. Box office, $232 million.
I saw this in theaters.
It kept Fox Searchlight, their little indie division
Yeah.
of their
Right.
huge evil empire afloat for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
This one movie.
Yeah.
I think I saw this in the theater, but that surprises me. I mean, I know that this is a big movie,
Yeah.
but I
Man,
think I might have a very different opinion.
do you? I'm
Sounds like
super
it.
interested in this then. I can't wait to get down to business. Now, Eric, had you seen this movie before?
No, I had not. And I was incredibly nervous about watching this because
Jesus.
I thought that was your glass.
I thought it was the wine. I totally thought it was the wine for sure as well.
So I didn't
Y'all
move.
haven't learned my broken wine glass noise yet?
No.
I was nervous because I'm aware of this film culturally, and I'm also aware that one of the things that people claim to like about it or that was interesting about it was how quick-witted Juno's character is, and how
Yeah.
the character, she always is quick with a comeback and so hip and all this stuff. And I just knew in my heart that I was going to be so fucking annoyed by
You were
this
gonna hate it.
bullshit.
You were thinking
Yeah.
it was Gilmore Girls.
Jesus, yes.
Oh, so-
What?
I like Gilmore Girls.
Can we just end the show? Because that's what I thought.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it before.
Oh, these
You
two
couldn't.
insufferable
No, don't do it.
No.
mother-daughter bullshit. Everything's real quick, and they talking. Oh, you mean like Napoleon when he was in this? And then it's like two Dennis Millers talking at each other,
right.
constantly.
They actually did. They made fun of
It's
it
like
on Family Guy.
It's got to be a Family Guy thing.
And it was really funny and very accurate.
It's the worst, and that's what I thought I was getting into with this. So I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't. I did write a pre-synopsis.
All right,
but
well, let's figure out what you thought the movie was going to be about. Here we go.
Over to
Eric.
synopsis.
abortions.
That's great.
So it doesn't take place in Texas.
Exactly. A teenage girl navigates school, life, parents, and her own emotions when she finds out that she's unexpectedly pregnant. That's what I thought this movie was going to
Before
be.
it's too late.
Before it's too late.
All right. Okay.
Can she abort this child before it's too late? Which is like 6 weeks now.
Yeah,
or
now
8
in
weeks
Texas.
or something
Yeah, like
that.
that's outrageous.
Can she find out about this baby before it's too late?
That is exactly.
All right. What was the movie actually about,
Over
Eric?
to
Eric.
synopsis.
Faced with an unplanned pregnancy, an offbeat young woman makes an unusual decision regarding the unborn child.
I don't think it's unusual to.
It's not unusual to keep your baby and give it up for adoption. Da-da-da-da-da.
Definitely doesn't seem unusual. That's fucking weird.
There's only really 3 outcomes, right? I mean, you have the baby and keep it.
I had a baby, it's a boy.
You have a baby, you give it up for adoption, or you have an abortion. Or I guess there's a 4th, you have a baby and throw it in a well.
Hey,
Or you
abandon
could
it.
miscarry.
How many outcomes are there?
7?
You could gift
And there's
it
only one
to somebody for Christmas.
I think it's reversed.
She set me up.
There's one outcome. I disagree. There's one outcome. There's like 9 incomes.
No. You only come in once.
Come in once.
Really, the cum goes out and then in.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
kind of like a
Oh,
yin,
I see what
yang
okay,
type
I'm
of
thinking
thing.
of the female perspective.
You would.
Yeah.
Excuse-
Wow.
I'm
We don't
so
have
sorry.
we don't have those in Texas.
You're always
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, we
and-
don't have those in Texas.
Well, actually, Amy,
Well, actually.
All right, Sean, let's do this. Let's go ahead and start talking. Does anybody got to pee or anything?
no, I'm good, Dad. Thanks.
Okay. I'll need to pee soon, but let's just go ahead and
we get on the
Amy's
road.
contemplating.
No, I can. No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
No, I can hold it.
All right. Here we go, Sean.
Well, if it isn't McGuff the crime dog. Back for another test?
I think the first one was defective. The plus sign looks more like a division symbol, so I remain unconvinced.
Third test today, Mama Bear. Your ego is prego. No doubt about it.
Look, I just drank my weight in Sunny D, and I gotta go pronto.
Well, you know where the lavatory is. You pay for that pee stick when you're done. Don't think it's yours just because you marked it with your urine. What's the prognosis, Fertile Myrtle? Minus or plus?
Don't know, it's not seasoned yet. Take some of these. No. There it is. That little pink plus sign is so unholy.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
Does Dwight make you also happy?
Yes.
It just became his movie.
Right. Oh,
I didn't know he was in this.
yeah. And were you just giddy?
And I went,
And he just sounds like Dwight the whole time
Yeah.
until he says home skillet.
Holmes.
Yeah.
yes, that's a weird one. But
Fertile Myrtle.
yes, it's like
Yeah.
he got let go from Dunder Mifflin and
Just
found
because you-
himself working at.
Mark it with your urine.
That ain't no Etch a
Ain't
Sketch.
no Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool to see him there. It's funny to just see also just how, she is with everybody. It's like already you're like, why is she talking to this guy and so open about this and, going into the convenience store and doing it there,
The drama of taking multiple tests
Yeah.
is so weird to me. Like, I never understood that. I know it's like for movies, it's one thing, but like I've had friends that did that. They're like, I took 7 and they're all positive. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really got to 7?
right,
Because
Like-
you're pregnant.
Past
If
2?
the first one said positive and then you double checked and that one said negative, you still go to the doctor. Like, you know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly.
Right.
Inconclusive is something, but like that's something I never really understood.
No, me either.
Just the drama behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you guys that. I mean, because usually when you buy one, you go ahead and buy 2, right?
Well, they come with
They
2
come in
a lot
like
of
double
times.
packs.
Yeah. See?
One for you,
Yeah.
one to share.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh my god, I literally couldn't even get that thing like up to put the cap on. It was like pregnant. I was like, son of a bitch. You said I had 3 minutes.
And I only took one pregnancy test before we tried. I never had like the scares and all the things, and I never took many. I have friends that took them all the time.
Yeah.
Because they were either paranoid or just very promiscuous.
Yeah, or like not wearing rubbers.
Or the drama friend. There is
Right.
always just the drama friend that likes to
Oh,
take
for
pregnancy
sure.
tests just for.
Yeah. So it was not a familiar thing to me before I was even trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. I don't know much about that, but one time I did have a girlfriend get a yeast infection.
Okay.
And her mom told me that I needed to put Monostat 7 on myself.
Okay.
Her mother told you
Yeah,
that?
yeah. And I did, and it broke my whole ass dick out in these like ant bite fucking sores.
So girlfriend's mom won.
Yeah. Oh man, she got me good.
Yeah.
This is the same girlfriend that one time they were out for the night, and they knew that we were coming to their house to watch a movie or whatever.
Bang.
And swear to God, this is a true story. There was a note and a hot dog that's been cut in half, nailed to the door frame, and the piece of paper just said "snip, snip."
Watch your weenie.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, it was pretty good. She
Did it
was
stop
pretty
you?
fun. Oh no, we actually probably used the hot dog in our whatever we were doing.
Oh,
We were hungry.
Raw dogging it.
So now let's talk about this. The caliber of the actors who play her the Juno, the character's parents. Jesus Christ. I mean, these are two Academy Award winning motherfucker,
Yeah.
you know?
J.K. Rowling and
I was gonna make that
Janny.
joke too.
You fucking
What is her
you
name?
shouldn't have been talking shit about my garage, and maybe you would have been on a little more.
That dumpy piece of shit.
Fuck your mother in the ever loving.
Yeah.
I have no
That
relationship
does not
with
hurt
her.
him whatsoever.
Everybody
Everybody do
pull a
her.
Mexican train on her or whatever you call it.
No, I can't.
That's a
I can't.
domino. That's
Dominoes.
Domino's.
I have to stay up till 6:30 to do that. I don't know. I can't. But yeah, what is her name?
Allison
Allison
Jennings.
God, she's
Janning?
so good in everything
Janning.
she's in.
Janning.
She's good in everything
Inga.
she's in, and so is he.
Jenny.
That guy goes from
Janning.
lovable roles
You're
like this to
Pissing me off.
where he was in that show, and I only saw it a few times, but he was on the show on HBO that was about a prison, and he was literally the scariest villain that's ever villained.
Oh, he's terrifying.
I mean, and then the jazz drums movie.
Oh,
Whiplash.
that's a good one. But also Burn After Reading. Remember, that's what I think of every time I see
Oh,
his
yeah.
character in Juno.
That's- I
'cause
don't.
it's so dry.
Oh, that's right.
Just
That's
for,
right.
Like, I guess just
Clean it
somebody
up,
do
then
yeah,
we-
just
Clean it up.
whatever it is that needs to be.
Yeah,
cleaned up.
clean it up. Yeah, but I can't imagine.
What's his name in real
And those
life?
two,
J.K. Simmons.
This is
Simmons.
15 years ago. I mean, can you just imagine? Like I like shit like that, where you're just like, fuck, man, that's some badass actors right there in the same room together. You know, it's that shit's great. And the hey, did you barf in my urn? You know,
blue
just-
shit in
There's just
there?
she goes blue shit. I mean stuff in my because Liberty Bell is
Oh,
sitting there
right.
stacking bacon bits in the
Liberty Bell.
potato and shit.
I would never do that to your urn.
Yeah, never. And that was the blue shit. And then finally, I believe her name was Sun Chin. Huh? Is it?
Oh, yes.
Sun Chin.
No, it was Something Wong.
Nope.
No, that is definitely not it.
Can't do that.
Yeah, Sun Chin.
Holy fuck.
Which basically,
Spook me.
you know, she's going in there to get this this procedure done. And keyword fingernails. That's what got her. Hold on. What? I guess you can take all three. I mean, the problem is that, well, we need to wash his sheets anyway. Are you okay with that? I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I just usually let him out really early, and I don't want to wake him up at like 6:30 because they're gonna start barking and losing their mind.
Just send Everett up to let the dogs out in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Who?
Yep.
Y'all can wake me up at any time to let the dogs out because mom takes them out at 6:30
Okay. Well, you can take all three. It's just that Milo will 100% hear us downstairs in the morning and want to get up.
Okay. And if I hear them, I'll just let them out.
Okay. All right, bud. Love you. Good night. What was I doing? Talking about abortions?
Yep. Go.
That was my child.
Fingernails.
He
Oh,
fucking
fingernails.
survived, guys.
He has fingernails.
Yeah, he does. Fingernails being the key, and it's fun. At first, you think she's just kind of being annoyed by the noise or whatever, because Casey would be able to pick that out. Like I don't ever hear anything like that, and Casey can hear everything rustling around or whatever, dogs chewing and things like that. But anyway, that got to her, man. But the receptionist with the No, first yes, Soon Yin. Like, yeah, I'm just, I'm. Oh, do you want to buy some of my Adderall? Oh, I'm not doing pills anymore.
But I don't
I'm
think
off
I don't
pills.
think it was necessarily just the noises. Did you get that it was just all fingernails?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that I said at first it sort of felt like that, and then fingernails becomes the trigger, and it's like, but then the lady just goes, "Okay, fill this out, all of it. I want to know every score and every sore." It's like, ew.
Gross.
But yeah, and then.
I thought that scene was funny because the Adderall thing. Because yeah, that's actually really good because I know a girl who took a bunch of crazy pills mixed up and then jumped in the fountain at the mall and was naked and yelling all kinds of stuff. She goes, "Yeah, that was you."
Yeah, I heard that was you.
Anyway.
So good, man. So
So
good.
funny.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good to be here. Welcome to 5 Questions. Appreciate y'all being here. We're, of course, as you know already, talking about the movie Juno. And did you know? You just knew?
I had an over-under.
Yeah. Did you?
4 minutes.
How long it would take me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Juno.
Coming in hot tonight, we have our official academic scholar of the Jarrett Goes to the Movies podcast, Dr. Jason Aylesworth and Kidney Pete are here. 25 attempts, 15 wins, all 10 of his losses due to a coin flip.
Very punctilious.
Yeah.
That record.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Okay. Word of the day again, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Also playing with us tonight. Hi-yo. Ding, ding. Jay Palladino, everybody, is here. 2 attempts, 1. You're batting 500, bud. Batting 500. That's got to feel
better
good.
than I would be on the baseball field.
There you go. All right. Gage Stricklin is here, everybody. He's going by the name God Damn It tonight. God damn it, Gage. All right, guys. Now, Gage, are you able to write down or no? Or are you going to have to answer first? Okay, great. He's got a Post-it.
I Post-it.
He invented Post-its. All right, guys, get ready because this is going to be a really, really fun round. I'm super excited to do this. And here we go.
With a new theme song.
Oh, shit. Hold on. We can't go yet. Hold on. First of all, we got to do this.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Kidney Pete Memorial Celebrity Tiebreaker Question of America Awareness Pro-Am Question for the Killer. All right.
So
Take it away, Eric. Good job, Sean. Sean's enjoying his work. He's over here just dying
too.
laughing.
It's good to have professional satisfaction sometimes.
100%. Yeah, you get that shit on there. It's like the first time that the gang all heard the computer go, "That is something Jarrett says," and they were just like, "What the fuck? Like, this is terrible."
I mean, if I didn't do it now, we would be waiting another month for it. So.
Got it. Okay. All right.
All right, well, Pantera wants you back. How many Spotify streams does Pantera's most played song, Walk, have as of 2:31 p.m. Central Time today? Ooh. When I looked it up.
All right. How many
Spotify streams does Dallas's own Pantera's most played song, Walk, have as of 2:30 today?
All right, guys. Now this is a very difficult one. We know Pantera as being one of the biggest metal bands in the world, still to this day. Walk being a huge. Walk like a man. No, that's not it.
Oh.
It's like, respect, walk. Are you talking to me? No way, punk. All right. All right, let's go to Jay Palladino. Jay, how many Spotify streams as of today does the song Walk have?
151,057,678.
Okay, got that, Eric?
Got it.
All right, Jason Aylesworth, what's your guess?
I went lower, 28,600,000.
Okay, Gage Stricklin?
I went way way higher. I went 800,000,085 or boobs.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, those have been noted. That we will go back to those if we are in need of a tiebreaker. Couple of music questions coming your way. In the movie Juno, what band did Mark say that his really tight band opened up for back in the 90s? All right, Jay Palladino, what you got?
The Melvins.
All right, Kidney Pete. I'm sorry, Jason.
I swing and a miss. Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Whoa.
Okay. God damn it.
I'm going to go with NSYNC.
All right. The answer, of course, is the Melvins. Good job, Jay Palladino. A lot of indie rock references on this thing.
Gives them so much cred.
And some terrible, terrible bands like Sonic Youth. What a fucking horrible band. All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie Juno, at one point, we see Mark and Vanessa painting the nursery. What very, very influential grunge band dons the top of Jennifer Garner's shirt? All right, Jason, what you got?
Alice in Chains.
All right, Gage.
I said Nirvana because I don't know.
Great guess. Jay Palladino.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, it's Alice in Chains, guys.
Also a noted pornographic actress.
Jay with 2.
Good old Alice.
Jason with 1.
Allison.
And still bringing it up the rear, but it is his wedding week. Gage Stricklin, everybody. So very, very exciting there. All right, guys. Another music question for you. In the movie Juno, Mark is surprised to hear that the song that Juno puts on for him is All the Young Dudes by what band? All right, guys. Gage, what you got?
I actually don't know that one. I know it was covered by a band called the F-Ups, but I don't know who did it originally.
All right, Jay Palladino.
Mott the Hoople.
All right, and Jason.
I took a guess. The Stooges.
It is Mop the Hoople.
Whoa.
Mop the Hoople and the game of life.
It's a great guess, Jason. They did talk about the Stooges quite a bit. Joey with 3. Dr. Jason Aylesworth with 1 and Gage Stricklin with 0. I think you guys are probably hoping by now that I would move on from the music questions, but we're not. We're going to do at least one more. The band I mentioned earlier, Sonic Youth, is terrible. I one time saw Kim, the wife of the other guy, Thurston Moore, at a vending machine in Japan. And I was surprised by how tall both of them are.
Were they getting women's panties out of
No,
the
they were
vending
actually
machine?
getting treats.
You can do that.
Their children
Oh, yeah,
were there.
big
Oh,
deal.
yeah,
Well,
you
those
can-
are also women's panties, and I mean, those are the same thing.
snacks.
Treats.
Yeah, treat. Oh, you're right. All right, guys. What cover song? No. They performed a cover by what brother and sister group that was played during this movie? All right, Jay Palladino.
I said the Carpenters.
All right, Jason.
Vinny, we miss you. Not an effing clue.
Okay, wow.
He didn't watch
Man.
this.
And then Gage Stricklin, what you got?
So you cut out during the end of the last question. I was going to say the White Stripes, but I didn't hear the entire question. So.
Well, you can always ask me to repeat. I'm sorry, the White Stripes is not correct. Next time, please.
No, it's okay. You got
ask me to repeat. I can see.
You were already given the answer, so
You're going.
I don't want to steal an answer.
I'm feeling your strategy here. The answer, of course, is the Carpenters. All right, guys. Still anybody's game. Jay with 4, Jason with 1, Gage with 0. Again, anybody's game until the very, very end. And this is my 5th question, which will be the last one from me. Thank God. All right, guys. Here we go. One more music question. Here we go. In the movie Juno fills Beaker's mailbox up with what? And this is not...
You can fill...
Yeah, exactly. It's not
a euphemism.
Not a euphemism for a cum dumpster. Gage, did you hear that question?
I did.
What's your answer?
Tic Tacs.
Jay?
And it's 1 calorie.
Orange Tic Tacs.
All right. Jason?
We're going to play the strategy. Fruit stripe gum.
Wow, interesting. I like a strategy. I think they were actually cinnamon. I believe they were red. No, they were orange?
They were orange.
Okay,
Orange.
on my iPad, in the parking lot of where my son was working out, they were red.
She says.
She says.
Yeah, she says they were orange because it was tangy.
Yeah, those are good, though. I just used to chew those when I was a kid, just like pop them in and go for it. Anyway, Tic Tacs is the answer. All right, guys, here's where we're at. Jay, you've got 5. Dr. Jason Aylesworth with 1. Gage Stricklin also with 1. And it is now time for...
Eric's off on attention game.
Juno's soundtrack heavily features music by noted singer-songwriter Kimya Dawson, who is also known as one half of what noted New York City anti-folk indie duo.
All right. Okay, Jason... I know you're playing strategy.
I actually wrote down notes about the plot of the movie. Obviously, I was wrong, but I took a guess. Salt and pepper.
Okay. Gage Stricklin.
Dawson's Creek.
Okay. Jay Palladino.
I said Indigo Girls.
None of those questions are correct.
Yeah, Moldy Peaches.
Moldy Peaches is correct, Jared Reddick.
That's right. Because I got it right.
Yeah.
By the way, Jason, since when do I actually ask questions about the movie?
I know, I should know better.
I guarantee you, if, and you're usually a good note taker, but I guarantee you if Tony Romo was on here right now, his copious notes, he would have known all of those.
Yeah, he would have predicted the questions already and told you which ones you were going to ask.
All right, guys, here's where we're at. Jay, you got 5. Dr. Jason Aylesworth, you have 1. Gage Stricklin, newly married, you also have 1. That does mean that we are going to have to break the tie, Eric. We're going to have to break the tie between Gage Stricklin and Jason the Doctor and Kidney Peaks. Sorry. I'm sorry. I started thinking about something else. Actually, I was thinking about you being on your phone now.
I got a FaceTime from Kelsey, but I can't imagine why. So I was just trying to make sure.
Maybe your kids are doing
okay.
something cute as shit.
Probably. Your daughter is flipping because she wants her dad. Well,
okay.
You know,
Right.
Can't blame her.
Yeah.
Because that guy is awesome.
Yeah, that dude rules.
So,
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. If we're talking about who Doctor and Gage,
Yes.
well, one of them was about 600 million off, and one of them was about 200 million off. Meaning that the winner of our tiebreaker is Dr. Jason Aylesworth at 28,600,000. The correct answer is 221,900,000.
So Jay would have won that as well, actually. So
he would have.
Jay on a fucking roll tonight. All right, well, here's what that means. It means, Gage, though it is your honeymoon week, and we are very, very happy that you're here, you unfortunately are not going to go forward. But you did not get the least amount of questions wrong tonight. So let's try to be glass half full people, you know? Jason, this is weird. You find yourself on the other side of this thing. Which,
I don't know what to do here.
Which doesn't ever happen. Normally, you are sitting where Jay sits, not in that same room, not in that same empty, just cavernous.
Yeah, but look at those vacuum lines. That's what I noticed.
Yeah, those are pretty badass. Man, that looks like a really rich person's yard back there. Okay, guys. Jason, you're going to get a chance to answer Sean's super hard question. If you get it right, you win. If you don't win. You're not a loser, but you didn't win, did you? Jay, all you can do is sit back, bask in the fact that you kicked some fucking ass tonight, and hopefully you come out a big wiener. Here we go.
It's time for Sean's question. It's the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Jason. 2 categories. Purple stuff, penny saver.
Let's go penny saver.
Penny saver. The family in which Juno chooses to adopt her baby is found in the penny saver in the newspaper. Next to what type of animal, according to her friend Leah?
Oh, boy. I see Jay Palladino shaking his head like he knows the answer.
So I believe it's the exotic birds because she said she wants parakeet.
That is correct. Wow. Wow.
What a way to lose.
Jason taking Jay's 500 winning streak away from him and adding to your own arsenal of wins with now 16 wins. Well on your way to that 4th winner's plaque, my friend. And what a match tonight. Very, very hardly fought. Jay, you stuck in there to the end. I don't know what you looked like the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first half of last night's football game is really how it looked. And then here comes the Seattle Seahawks, only it didn't turn out quite the way that it did for me last night, and I apologize for that. Gage, great match today. Congratulations to you and Wendy. Jason, congratulations on your win. Jay, congratulations on almost sweeping Jarrett Goes to the Movies 5 questions. And thank you guys. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate it. Could not do the show without y'all. Y'all be good. Bye!
You should look at adoption ads. I see them all the time in the Penny Saver.
They have ads for parents?
Yeah, desperately seeking spawn. Right next to like terriers and iguanas and used fitness equipment and stuff. It's like totally legit. Wholesome, spiritually wealthy couple have found true love with each other. Oh, all that's missing is your bastard.
I want a parakeet.
Jenna, you're totally not even listening to me.
No, I heard you. I just I don't want to give the baby to a family that describes themselves as wholesome.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I just want something a little more edgier.
Okay, what did you have in mind exactly?
I was thinking more like graphic designer, mid-30s, with a cool Asian girlfriend who dresses awesome and rocks out on the bass guitar. But I don't want to be too particular.
Okay. How about this? Educated, successful couple seeking infant to join our family of 5. You will be compensated. Help us complete the circle of love.
Yeesh.
That sounds great.
They sound like a friggin' cult, is what they sound like. And besides, they already have 3 kids, They're just like greedy little bitches.
He's got this thing that he does, though, where he, every once in a while, he'll just go, and because we do and then because the cult, whatever. But then he'll just be talking, hey, I'm just talking normal right now, and I'm because if
this is the way I talk until I talk like this.
Yeah,
so then I come back out of that.
Yeah,
and I
now here's one thing that we, that this movie does that is, I think, super, super unique, and I don't think movies do this enough because in the world, friends don't always have to be like the same music or this. This is a cheerleader and the dorky, flannel wearing shirt kid, Yeah,
but all the jocks love the girls like that.
But they're best buds. And this is the first person that Juno calls to say, hey, I'm pregnant, is the freaking head cheerleader that is in love with the insanely homely teacher guy.
What's his name? Keith
weird.
or
you're
Please
just going,
don't call Mr. So-and-so Keith.
You're just going, this girl for sure has daddy issues. She's going to be a stripper.
And that in joke that I laughed out loud at when she is talking to the teacher and goes, oh yeah, I love Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Got it.
I know what you're doing.
But I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that he will go in between these different voices.
Yeah.
And that's what bugged me the whole time.
I get it.
And
I get it.
I like the movie altogether. I'll just go ahead and go there.
You liked the movie.
I liked the movie.
No, we're supposed to all say it together. She said all together. You liked the movie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But I don't like his performance in it.
Wow.
I know.
Interesting.
And I know that I'm the only one that will say that.
But you do understand that that's really what sold the goddamn movie to everyone. I mean, it's very, very well written. It's
I also think what sold the movie was the idea that they're finally making a movie about shit that really happened.
Sure, but this, I do feel like...
But they tried to
it's
make
the dialogue, the delivery,
a real high school kid.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
Without making a statement about what the social construct or issue is.
Mm-hmm. They didn't even
stayed so far away from it.
Their one attempt at it is having the pilled out fucking science geek, who got naked in a fountain be the only person that's standing in her way,
Right.
And that's it. Everybody else was like, hey, it's your choice. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Is,
even the man, the guy, Paulie Bleecker, he's not even a factor, and they're not dwelling on the drama and emotion of what they think a girl in this situation is. It's sometimes I think it is like this.
It's a pragmatic day in the life view as opposed to this preachy, you ought to, you ought not to.
The struggle behind it.
Let's frame it in a way where the audience leaves going, I know that if I ever was in that situation, this is what I would do.
They didn't even let you think about your own situation.
Yeah.
Right. You're just watching somebody's.
See, Bleeker's situation to me is very... I get what you're saying, and you're right. They didn't give him a voice in it because they made her so strong-willed that he could say something like, whatever you want to do, and then he's out. Like, that's it. He's off the hook.
He doesn't have a say.
But he still gets to be the nice guy, and he still gets to be the friend, and I think if she had made another decision, he would have made the right choice. I think he would have... They give you the impression that he would have been... Yeah. Figured it out either way, but it was obviously up to her.
And I like the story and the characters and everything. I think it was his performance that I didn't like. And then I started thinking about
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. Yep. And then I started thinking about Inception, and I thought, I don't think he really did much in that either.
Interesting.
I just don't think.
That's so crazy.
Maybe I just don't like Elliot Page.
Maybe. I mean, because for me... The only scene that made me uncomfortable is the first scene that we watched. As far as like the acting and the delivery and stuff, the only thing that I felt like was really, really forced and fake was the Juno's conversation with Dwight. Like
and that's how I felt the entire movie.
Okay, so I understand that.
Yeah.
For me, the rest of the movie, it made sense. I mean, there's the whole telling the parents thing and saying, hey, here's the deal. I'm pregnant, but if it makes you feel any better, I've got insane heartburn and I haven't taken a dump since Wednesday.
And all I need you to give me is mercy.
This is what I was worried about happening going into it. Right. Based on what I had heard, I was relieved to not feel that way. I can understand why you would.
Yeah.
I appreciated... You talked about the writing. I appreciate the writing because, again, it feels like a snapshot of just the situation as it is.
Yeah.
And we never got scenes like, this big dramatic arm up to the forehead. Well, I guess I'm just all alone in this.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Oh, no, she never felt sorry for herself once.
Didn't feel sorry for herself.
No.
Was very realistic, like you said, about what she, the character, is going through. I found that part of it incredibly refreshing.
Yeah.
And just and his acting to me didn't bother me at all. Luckily.
So I like
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I like you said, I think there is something really refreshing to that because you have Juno sitting there talking to her dad and saying, this is what's happening, but don't worry about it. I got it figured out. I'm going to do this thing. And then he's just like, okay, well then I'm going to go with you to see the family. And then Juno's like, okay.
Yes.
And then it's just like, that's the end of it. It wasn't like, no, I've got this on my own, or you don't have this.
But that was their relationship. And I think a lot of that becomes,
shaming her.
Yes.
He makes a couple little side comments.
He did shame her, though. He did say, I didn't think you were that kind of a girl. And she goes, I don't even know what kind of girl I am.
And it's okay.
But I think that was like, it wasn't, that's how it maybe would be.
I
even
found
if you
that
had
realistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I found that really realistic. Real.
I think that relationship is super, super special. And again, this is good writing. That relationship is special because her mom, Juno's mom, lives in a fucking trailer park in Arizona and sends cactuses every once in a while. This is a dad who, so if this girl's 16, since she was 6 years old, has been married to her stepmom, but has had this relationship with Juno. And quite frankly, I think handled it pretty well. I think that the stepmom handled it about as good as you could possibly imagine. I do love their reaction, where it's like, I was really hoping she got kicked out of school. He was like, man, I thought it'd be something like a DUI or something.
She was like, I was hoping it was like hard drugs.
I'm on drugs.
Yeah, something just.
I love them so much.
But and he's like Bleecker. Like, I didn't know the kid had it in him. And she goes, he's really good in chair. Such a
chair.
Let's just say this: November the 17th. Is that right?
That's right.
November the 17th. Sean, grab your mic real quick. We are going to be live again at Lava Cantina, live with
Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Thomas Ian Nicholas from the movie American Pie. He was also in Rookie of the Year, so a lot of you guys will know him from that. Amy's child is fucking going to freak out when he finds out he's going to get to meet the Rookie of the Year guy. It's going to be awesome. But we're going to we're going to watch the movie American Pie at Lava Cantina November 17th. Tickets are on sale now.
Starting as low as $10.
Starting as low as $10. So
up to $1,000.
Here's the thing: we're going to watch the movie with him. We're going to do the same thing that we always do. We'll take 5 to 6 breaks. We'll talk about the making of it and get some stories and with the stories and all of that. And then afterwards, Thomas's band is going to play a show. I believe either with or backed by the band Texas Flood, which is a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band that's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, his band is called Three First Names, I believe.
So let's
Jason David Frank will
so he's like Michael Michael Ian Black will be there. Like, I don't know. I fucked that
Jonathan
up. Sorry.
Taylor Thomas.
Yeah. Okay. God damn it. Fuck. All right. Let's talk about Vanessa and Mark. What was your question?
Well, I wondered what everyone's first. You guys everyone had seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, try to think back to when you first
it
saw it, because
first
I watched
came
it for
out.
the first time last night. What were your first impressions of them as a couple, of them as people?
Well, I'm a movie reviewer. I don't do impressions.
I can say that when this movie came out, I think I was 16 or 17 years old. I was the age of the character Juno. And I mean, it took me a lot longer to feel the discomfort back then of the cool guy than it did as an adult. That was kind of like a weird difference, because I remember being like, she's really uptight and he's really cool, and like that's going to be the conflict.
Interesting.
And now as an adult and a mom and that has teenage kids and all that, I'm just like, the fucking red flags are just going wild, and it's so weird that I never noticed that before.
Yeah, so I'll say this. I'd only seen this movie one time, and right when they were on screen, then it dawned on me, but I thought that he got like way creepier. I don't think that he wasn't creepy, and obviously, just the whole like, hey, she's gone, we're all good, and get the hell out of here, she's coming in, like, it's fucking gross. This is a fucking 16-year-old kid, and go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying, but I think that's like, I think it's supposed to increase that way.
But I had remembered it being like really, really manipulative, even though maybe this is. I'm just saying, like, the caliber of this is like it was sort of predatory in that he just let her figure it out and come to him,
It was like a lure.
And here's the thing with that relationship. This wasn't the first time this had happened. And that's the reason why Jennifer Garner's always like, hey, what are you doing in here with a girl, or am I reading that wrong? Is it just because she's 16 and she shouldn't be there in the same house with him?
I feel like he definitely comes off as like somebody that at least has like cheated before, because I feel like as a kid,
that's what I think.
As a kid watching, even if it wasn't with a young person, as a kid watching the movie, I remember thinking that like the only reason he was acting that way when the wife came around was because she was like this overbearing control freak, and he just wanted to like, but I was a kid and I hung out with grown men, and I really did. I mean, not like in weird ways, but I did. I had friends that were older, and I remember hearing the and taking the side of the cool guy and not understanding the perspective of a relationship.
You have a story where you and your friends as teenagers were going over to, we won't say any names, obviously, but like a brother's house of a friend and hanging out, and didn't realize until later in life that like, we were hanging out with like almost 30-year-old dudes at 16, and it was fucking weird.
All
now.
the time, yeah. I mean, I had a friend message me not that long ago and said, hey, I just ran into old so-and-so. We should all get together and have a drink. And I was just like, yeah, I really rethought that whole thing as an adult. I don't think I really need to hang out with that guy anymore.
Yeah.
And not because anything like necessarily bad happened, but you just get older and the perspective is going, okay, well, I have children that age in this.
I was about to say,
my
you're going
life.
to go to his
Can you
granddaughter's
imagine that?
graduation
Yeah. Can
party?
you imagine like
and for me to be like, for those people to be about 30 and me to have been about the age of my stepchildren and just being like, at the time, feeling like, oh, I'm just very mature, and people like me now being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, somebody said something really, I felt profound at the time, and it was like saying that whenever you are a young woman, especially one that maybe like has a little bit of like some issues or abandonment or whatever it is, the fucking textbook shit, right? That, obviously people that are predators are attracted immediately, but that people are constantly telling you like, you're so beautiful and you're so this and you're so mature for your age and you're just so this. And I saw a video where this girl said it's so weird because when I turned into an adult, all of a sudden I stopped hearing how beautiful and awesome and all these things that I was. And I wondered what was wrong with me until I realized what was wrong with me is that I'm an adult.
Right.
Oh, that is
Jesus
so
Christ.
awful.
And these people like children.
gross.
Yes. Yeah. What motivation could there possibly be for a 30-year-old man to want to hang out with 16-year-olds, regardless of what didn't happen?
Yeah. So there's a meme.
What's the
There's a
motivation?
whole thing going around about 30-year-olds hanging out with 19-year-olds, and I was 40 and 40. Well, I'm 18 years older than you, so you were 22 or 23 then. So, and we're still married.
If they can get into a bar,
yeah, they can get into your car.
That's what they say.
Okay, I don't
with
know.
your
what
guitar.
That sounds like a really good
Your
t-shirt.
guitar. Yeah.
You can't go far.
I think with a can of tar.
A can of tar.
You know how
I don't know. What do you
people are.
carry tar in?
Yeah, a bucket,
But
I think.
I
don't
think
know.
this is a really interesting topic, and I was thinking about it when I was watching the movie, because when I saw this movie in theaters right when it came out, I was thinking, ew, on Juno. Like, she is such a, like, attention-seeking whore. I mean,
what?
Yeah. I was
What?
in the theater when
That's
I was
what you thought?
when I was young. She puts lipstick on in the van, and then she goes there knowing that Vanessa will not be there.
That's not wrong.
No, this is what I thought as a younger
But
person.
see that's super like victim blaming, which is weird.
But that wasn't a thing in 2007.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. From a, I know you're right. But from a female's perspective,
yes,
the victim blaming thing, it's not really all that common. Like for a dude, we're supposed to go, this is not me, but a dude would just be like, hey man, she won't list these
she
CDs.
Knew what she was doing.
But
she won't list these CDs.
The thing is that whenever you are at my 16, 17 to you, probably being like 19 or whatever, younger, just being like a young woman. If I had had a friend that was going over to a married man's house, I would have thought she was completely in control of that situation.
Exactly. But then when
you
I
have to realize
watched
that's
it,
the child, not the. But when we were that age, you were like, oh, that is
exactly.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
She
She's
knew
flirting.
what she was doing.
Yeah.
She put the lipstick on. She was mad. She wanted the attention from another man and whatever. And then I watched it.
But even if she did,
well, it felt good because he was cool and he had a Les Paul and he liked music. And
even if she wanted the attention, it's his job to
100%
take control of the situation with a child.
It's not fair that he has his shit together as far as what she sees and Bleecker doesn't, because that's a fucking child, you know?
And that's what I realized at this watch, because I hadn't seen it in between.
Right.
And so this watch, I thought, okay, well, Jesus. I mean, I remember her being more of a, like, really go-getter.
Yeah.
I guess
he led her into everything.
Yeah,
I
he did.
danced with so-and-so
even
at
just
this
sitting
prom.
by her watching
and
the
just,
movie. And
But then, and what was the end game here? She's pregnant. He and his wife are supposed to adopt, and he's like, I'm leaving Vanessa.
getting a loft.
I've got a lot. I mean, is it like, now I'm going to have a relationship with you, my 16-year-old
but
classified ad friend?
No, it wasn't going to be about that anyway. Just like in those situations with older men when you're younger like that, it's just, even if it blew up her plans and Vanessa's plans, it still would have been a short-term deal for him.
Mm-hmm.
He never wanted to be
it was all about the conquest.
Yeah,
for
he
him.
didn't want a family with her.
Yeah.
He just liked the attention from her because she made him feel cool again and young.
Well, because he wasn't a tight band that opened up for the Melvins.
Well, the reason I asked
Which
was,
are wedgies, by the way.
I felt like such a dope as I got through towards the end of the movie, because when they introduce these at the house, when Juno and the dad go over there, I 100% felt like I was getting set up into she's a shrew, cold-hearted, sucks all the joy out of relationship. And this guy's just, trying to be cool. And I'm that age where I don't want to wear Dockers and polo shirts all the time. Like, I want to wear Rock Band T-shirts and Chucks.
You're wearing
and
NSYNC right now. I just want to point that out.
Or NSYNC T-shirts.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so I 100% thought that's where we're headed with this.
Right.
That at some point in this film, Jennifer Garner is going to be such a control freak that it ruins everything and blows everything up, and he's going to be brokenhearted.
That's where they're trying to get you, though.
And that's why this movie's amazing, because they pulled it off.
Yeah.
For most of the time,
they tried to get you there.
I think that a lot of us, especially now, we've watched 9 billion movies. You kind of can see what's going to happen. But even if you can't, you can still wonder, okay, this is what
maybe
there's a chance this could happen. I think they did a really good job of showing you, this is how the relationship works, and then you get to see the shift.
Yeah.
As it started to play out, like I said, it made me feel like a dope because I misinterpreted that. Well, I mean, I interpreted it correctly, I suppose.
It was supposed to.
In the sequence we're in right now, she goes upstairs and they're just playing guitars, and she's like, "Hey, we've got other stuff to do." And
sorry to interrupt your jam session.
You're not thinking of the perspective of this woman sitting downstairs with this girl's dad,
right?
And going my daughter's just went upstairs, and my husband's up there now, and they've been gone for a long time.
100%. And this guy's probably cheated before, and whatever. And who knows? Even
if she wasn't even suspecting anything, it's just your child's in my house, and I'm responsible, and now my husband's up there. That could look weird anyway. You know what I mean? You don't want someone following them up there, even if you didn't get the bad vibes. It's your husband. Obviously, if she thought he was a creepy pervert, as far as with young children, she would probably not be with him. But I think you're just sitting there and you feel like she's just being hey, you need to get down and do this.
Yeah.
But she's like, hey, this is weird that y'all are up here together.
100%. Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to mention here, though, is just the Tony Little reference, which has come up in our group a few times in the last few months. Tony Little was this fucking muscly exercise guy with a ponytail that was just hey, and the ding dong dong, and they'd sell you these machines and shit. And it's just the guy with the ponytail, that guy just doesn't look right to me. It just, and oh my God, it's so funny to hear references like that from, back then, because they used to rule the TV. All these exercise people. Susan Powder, remember Stop the Madness?
Yes.
Remember that lady?
I mean, I didn't for the last 20 years.
And now you're reminded. You're reminded. So here's the scene, though, where he's running and the other kid comes up to him and he goes, did you hear Juno's pregnant? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like our mothers and teachers. Yeah. Did you hear it's yours? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. He's the one breaking the news.
Right. Yeah, I did hear that.
Well, there you have it. Would you like to know the sex?
Yes.
No.
Please.
No,
Juno,
definitely.
please. No, there's no sex.
Planning to be surprised when you deliver.
Well, no, I want Mark and Vanessa to be surprised, and if you tell me, I'll just ruin everything.
Are Mark and Vanessa your friends at school?
No, they're the adoptive parents.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just see a lot of teenage mothers come through here. It's obviously a poisonous environment to raise a baby in.
How do you know that I'm so poisonous, what if these adoptive parents turn out to be evil molesters?
Or stage parents.
They could be utterly negligent. Maybe they'll do a far shittier job of raising a kid than my dumbass stepdaughter ever would. Have you considered that?
No, I guess not.
Yeah. What is your job title exactly?
I'm an ultrasound technician, ma'am.
Well, I'm a nail technician, and I think we both ought to stick to what we know.
Excuse me?
Oh, you think you're so special because you get to play picture pages up there? My 5-year-old daughter could do that, and let me tell you, she's not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed. So why don't you go back to night school in Mantino and learn a real trade?
Oh, shit. Yes. So good.
Bren, use a dick. Love it.
Roadhouse.
Great. Yeah. So great. And I love it so much. And it there's so many aspects of that conversation that, first of all, the fact that any, sonogram technician or whatever would ever act like that in a situation, and I'm certain that it happens. Really? I'm certain that judgment happens.
It has to.
It has to. But it seems like you would have to be this is a joyous thing. I need to fucking act like it's a goddamn joyous thing.
Or just take your cue from them.
Yeah. Well, so here's one of those things where like it's an odd scripted thing that you'll never hear again. But she's like, what are the names that you guys have picked out? And she goes, Vanessa, she likes Madison for a girl, and Juno goes, isn't that a little gay? You know,
There was a couple different
there was a couple of those, weren't there?
times in the movie
Yeah.
where it just seemed
The
a
cheerleader girl made another one of those kind of like
little foreshadowing.
one of those things. Yeah, I mean something, you know, but it was definitely not okay.
Dude, you talk about foreshadowing. When Juno says, like, I don't even know what kind of girl I am.
Oh, yeah,
and, like,
I looked at Jared.
And
Yeah,
there was like
exactly.
pain. I mean, it was like good acting, but I was like, God, that meaning is like so different now.
Imagine what that felt like for her to have to say at that time, and I mean her being her then.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, imagine, like, because those feelings inside Elliot were probably already there.
There for a very long time.
And there is that person having to say those lines that had to have been crazy.
Yeah, because Elliot was 20 years old at the time playing this character.
Right.
Totally.
Like, so he already had those feelings probably for a very long time. Playing a girl being pregnant as a teenager and trying to go through this struggle, that must have been
hard.
Yeah, from that all the way to the like the end scene, you know, whenever she's given birth and it's like, you know, don't worry, like one day you're going to be here on your terms. And just like knowing that, like maybe like that would never be something you'd want in your life.
I guess the thing is too, though, I mean, I guess if you're really thinking this out, you know, you're an actor. You know, you could just as easily be playing, you know, you could.
Like an alien with 3 heads.
Sure. I mean, Jason Bateman is, as far as we know, a creepy fucking weirdo that likes pregnant teenagers, you know? I mean.
If he had been, I would have.
Not anymore. You know,
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
But I like there are a couple of lines that are great. One of them is it's like Juno. Yeah, that was like Zeus's wife. It's like the one that he really liked. She was really beautiful and really mean, like Diana Ross. You know, it's
I
like,
laughed at
that was a really good one.
It made me. I didn't stop, but it made me want to pause it and look up Diana Ross to see if she's
And then
just
didn't
some
he say,
sort of
like,
that was
terrible,
the first
like-
creepy thing. The first.
Oh
like,
yeah,
overtly
she's mean
creepy
as shit.
thing.
Diana Ross is?
Oh, everybody knows she's
the
mean.
Diva, like the diva.
She's like a diva.
Hitting people with hairbrushes?
No,
and
not like
shit?
that. Just like very, you know, dude, she's been a fucking rock star since since 1964 or whatever the fuck, you know. Okay.
It was 65.
That's what I thought.
Got him.
You're right.
Fucking got him.
Idiot.
Well, then there's the Vanessa's home.
Wait,
You better
wait,
get
but
out of
that's-
here.
wait,
Go
wait.
ahead. Yep.
But that's like the first thing they did that I felt was like super overtly creepy was he just the well, I think that suits you very well.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
just
You're
holding
doing
the
that
eye
well.
contact.
Well,
Yeah,
then
'cause
well,
they're
you're
very
right
beautiful.
because that's the Vanessa's home. You better get out of here. And that's what, you know, all that shit. So
But
anyway,
he covered that up quickly. Like
They covered up
He's like,
quick?
because I can't sit around and watch movies all day, or she'll say
Sure.
I'm not contributing.
well, she sees her anyway, and they're just like, you bought all this stuff, and it's like they're just full of. So one of those two is making some goddamn money, and he's a composer for commercials.
Well, he says that song, what was the product?
I got it.
Oh,
Ultra,
deodorant.
Titanium Power Men's Deodorant.
Get paid for this kitchen.
Yeah. Well, on her way out the door, she's like, why didn't you guys just go to China? They just give babies away like iPods over there. They just put them in t-shirt guns, that sounded so much like something I would say. I had to fucking remind myself that I didn't write this movie.
That is something
Jared
Jared would
says,
say.
yeah, right. All right, guys. So let's go. Just a couple of other things that I thought were funny. I thought, she does tell Bleecker, like, yeah, I was just hanging out with Mark, and he's like, yeah, I don't know if that's a thing, right? She says that his mom looks like a hobbit, and then races her up the stairs and slams the door.
But that, like, she maybe used to be attractive.
Maybe he was pretty one day, right? Anyway, so this is where like the love story kind of you don't really know. Like at this point, to me in the movie, they were just buddies, and they both wanted to do it, and they did it, and they lost their virginities or whatever. But here, this conversation in his room is pretty awesome. This is the one that I told you where and again, he's off the hook. And I don't know how much I don't feel like y'all are putting enough stock in that. She says, he goes, you can do whatever. This dude's just out. He's out. Like every fucking 16-year-old kid's dream of like being in this situation is like, shit, I'm fucking out. Because her parents aren't going to sell him out. Like they're not going to tell his mom, and everybody's happy. And here she is going through. She's going through this by herself.
I wonder if the parents knew. I'm so sorry for cutting off.
Her parents do.
No, I wonder if his did. I mean, obviously it's all around the school that he got her pregnant. I mean, how does that not get back?
His parents would have to
It's a rumor, but they don't. And what is he going to, why doesn't he just say no?
And his mom already thinks that she's not good
Yeah.
for him and doesn't want her around. And then she ends up pregnant. Like,
Well,
yeah, maybe
I
someone
think she
said like
could
she's just
probably
doing the
connect the
adoption. Maybe you just keep it quiet, right?
When this is over, let's get the band back together.
But you're not insinuating that he's actively feeling that way. That's just your view of the situation.
Listen to me.
That he's living the dream, because I don't think he feels like he's living the dream.
I'm not saying living the dream. I maybe have said that. Here's the thing. You're 16 years old, right? And you get a girl pregnant and she goes, hey, here's the deal. I told my parents I'm going to get this taken care of. Okay, never mind. But here's the deal. They're not going to tell your parents, so you're not going to get in trouble. And so just don't sweat it. And also, hey, we can still be buds, and we'll still hang out and shit all the time.
I just saw him at this point in the movie, because that does change for me, that he's just on the meek side. He's secretly in love with Juno, and really at this point is just willing to not rock the boat in any way to see how things play out.
I agree.
And
like
so,
it's scary. I feel like he's terrified.
Terrified, but not overly happy about the fact that she's not going to keep the baby, and now they've got to be a high school couple raising a child together. I don't see that from him.
Sure, but if he wanted his parents to know, they would know, and instead he allows her to tell everybody else to keep it from his parents. This dude is breathing a fucking sigh of relief, man. I'm telling you right now. Because the biggest thing, the thing that you care the most about if you get some girl pregnant when you're in your teens is how your parents are going to react. This kid didn't have to fucking go through that.
I understand the viewpoint, but I don't think that's what the movie insinuates here. And I don't think that that's what the movie tells us.
Then why throw the line in? Then why throw the line in? Why throw the line in? My parents aren't going to out you to your mom.
Because he's scared shitless, and
right.
Juno knows that, but I don't get the feeling that it's a sense of relief as far as not wanting to do the right thing, or not wanting to be there, not wanting to be a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I think they gave him like the perfect perception of just like having the perfect level of anxiety in this character. It wasn't too much. It wasn't over the top. He wasn't emotional. He was still a nice guy, but like you got that feeling that this guy was like anxious as fuck.
He's scared as shit, man. He's scared. And you're scared for all the same reasons. I'm not going to get to go to college. It's going to ruin my goddamn life. My mom's going to be pissed.
But I think Casey's right. There is no way in hell that his parents would not know. Realistically.
I don't know. Then what? I think this dude, it seems like maybe he's an only child.
Yeah.
And again, my parents
mom
didn't know.
His mom, you guys remember the conversation that his mom had with him in the doorway? She calls him 6 different names.
Yeah.
Like this kid, and so that's the thing. He just want to disappoint her.
But when Juno is 9 months pregnant and his friend runs up to him on the track and was like, "Did you hear it was yours?" Everybody knows.
Maybe.
Yeah, at that point, a school counselor finds out and fucking tells.
Yes.
That's what happens.
I don't know. All right. Agree to disagree. Well,
I'm sorry. I don't agree with that.
Well, you're correct. All right, so the creepiest fucking thing that happens in the entire motion picture is when she payphone calls Mark and just says, "I just wanted to say hi." I'm like, fucking gross.
See,
that was
and that's
fucking
on her.
Gross.
She knew what she was doing.
No, on him, because he's a goddamn adult.
Because he was there to hear it, and he was all
you
for it.
shouldn't be calling, and maybe that felt good to him or whatever,
No,
but you should not be calling me.
I think both sides are very guilty, but seeing it as a younger person, no marriage, no kids, no nothing, I felt like that was really weird on her part.
I feel like
it was.
But I feel like from her perspective that maybe, obviously maybe, I can't speak for what exactly is supposed to be happening there, but I think that she is, like she said, everybody she talks to is looking at her belly. Everybody's doing this thing. She's in this anxiety thing. The boy she likes taking another girl with a stink eye to prom. And this whole thing's happening.
Funny.
And I think she calls him because that's the world where people are understanding what's happening. And he's the cool guy and he listens and he's whatever. And I think sometimes you got to phone a friend. And I think she did that. And maybe, I mean, obviously it was inappropriate, but it was him that should have.
In hindsight, she saw this as a friendship. She saw this as sharing music with the future father of her baby.
And even if the attention felt nice or being treated like not just a teenage pregnant girl, being treated like kind of an adult, because he was treating her like an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see why she might reach out because she, from an immature perspective, but he should have.
Yeah.
Let me put Vanessa on the phone. She can say hi. Like, that's what you kind of have to do.
Because I agree with you, because what we don't see happen is more of that occurs throughout the film. And then when he kind of professes that this could be a thing, it's not like she considers it. It's not like she acts flattered by it. It is an immediate.
100%.
This is not what I was signing up for.
That's not what she was doing
at all. So I don't think there's any part of
even if the attention felt good, like obviously this is just a fucking.
I disagree. And the reason I disagree is because, like I said earlier, before she gets out of the van, when she's really upset, she goes straight there, she puts lipstick on. This is not a lipstick wearing person.
But there's something about flirting with the older teacher and about actually fucking the older teacher. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's got the friend that...
Like, once the opportunity presents itself, you're like, oh, fuck, no way.
If you didn't have, like, a friend with an older brother that you thought was cute, that you obviously knew, like, you might put on the lipstick. You know what I mean? Even if it's not really...
I just feel like the intention was there
a real
on both
option.
parts.
Maybe,
but then once it presented to Juno, she was like, whoa, too far.
I think that she's also trying to perceive herself as more grown than she is in that house.
Yes.
Maybe that could be taken that way.
Absolutely.
Because she's a 16-year-old child stuck between the world
childhood
of
and adulthood.
Holy shit, I'm pregnant and in high school, and I am an adult who's pregnant.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I just think that you can look at it from a lot of different perspectives. And because of how it ended, obviously she wasn't there like on the hunt for this guy. I think that maybe the attention's nice and this cool person thinks you're cool. Maybe you fucking put on a little extra mascara. Like, I don't know.
And maybe you think he's cool until you realize he's not cool because he's a fucking creepazoid.
Yeah, I think the lipstick thing is a bit of a...
red herring.
Okay. I don't actually know what that term means, and I think I've said that on the show. I think it's like a decoy.
Yeah.
Is that what a red herring is?
Kind of.
Okay.
That was a Scooby-Doo character for a while.
Because here's the thing.
Like,
and I'll, like, an example of that would be like, I have flat hair today. But honestly, if I were going to see almost anybody in the world, if I were going inside their house or whatever, like, I would try to find some shit to put in my hair and stick my hair up.
Right.
Just so that I look like myself.
You never see her put lipstick on ever.
Yeah, I think there's an immaturity
part.
to it, but I think it was just like, even if it's a crush, it's not like a real thing. You don't expect that this guy is.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes
in Scooby-Doo, there's like a newer Scooby-Doo, not like new, but like not the old one.
New Scooby-Doo.
Not like new Scooby-Doo, but not like old Scooby-Doo. But they had a character called Red Herring, and it's the only reason like this was always stuck in my brain. And they would like be trying to catch whoever the fuck was doing whatever, and they'd be like, "It's fucking Red Herring. He's doing it." And he'd be doing like he'd lead them to the thing. They'd always think it was the Red Herring, but it wasn't.
It's called A Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
Thank you. Yes.
You're being really immature. You have no reason to be mad at me. I mean, you broke my heart. I should be royally ticked off at you. I should be really cheesed off. I shouldn't want to talk to you anymore.
Because I got bored and had sex with you and I didn't want to, like, marry you?
Like I'd marry you. You'd be the meanest wife ever, okay? and I know that you weren't bored that day because there was a lot of stuff on TV and the Blair Witch Project was coming on Stars. And you were like, I haven't seen this since it came out, so we should watch it. But oh, no, we should just make out instead. La, la, la.
You just take Katrina the douchepacker to prom. I'm sure you two will have like a real bitchin' time.
Well, I still have your underwear.
I still have your virginity.
God, would you shut up?
What, are you ashamed that we did it?
No.
Because at least you don't have to have the evidence under your sweater. I'm a planet.
That's a hard conversation.
She gives me the stink eye, and he goes, I think that's just her face.
face.
And they
Yeah.
pan
Oh, God,
over,
it's
and she's
so
got that
good.
like Bell's palsy.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
face is fucked up.
I just think it's so. What movie? When did Superbad come out? Does anybody know
Oh,
that?
that's a good question.
2000.
Super.
It was sometime in the 2000s.
Early.
For sure.
2007. Okay, so same time frame.
There you go.
Oh,
Obviously,
wow.
they're both. Oh, good for that guy. So yeah, both in 2007.
When was Arrested Development?
2007.
He was young. He was young in that. I don't know when the first one was, but he was definitely younger.
So he had a big year.
2002, 2003. Arrested Development. That's my guess.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
That's a good
I'm
show.
liking it.
Yeah, but anyway, but like, 2003. But what's so funny is that this character, this little fucking, he sounds like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh when he speaks. It's always
Right.
felt like that to me. This
Oh,
stuttery little
yeah.
thing. And every girl in the world that doesn't want anything to do with their nice guy best friend that they're hanging out with every day
Right.
wants to just marry this guy. It's just the weirdest thing. Like, it was
Yeah.
he's so endearing. And
Yeah.
I just think that's the funniest thing. Like, he's the nicest of nice guys as far as characters go. And
He has
all the
banged
girls,
more chicks than David Spade.
and he's
Like,
a
That's
big
for
old
sure.
slutty slutterson.
this dude has banged every single chick in Hollywood. It's noted. More than like Vladimir, the guy from that 70s show, is like a big one too.
Right.
Wilder Valderrama.
That guy. Wilmer.
Like Hutchins.
Wilmer and Vladimir.
That dude banged a bunch of chicks, but this guy banged everybody.
It's just so funny. It's like every girl wants to do it to this guy that is
Yeah.
actually really just kind of like a fuckboy.
Skeezy.
And then, but like nobody wants to really date this guy in real life. We've all had that friend. He was super nice to go to movies with. But
This
like,
is the scene where I started to realize that he's not meek. He's just maybe quiet because
Yeah.
I appreciated his.
he's a people pleaser.
Don't have any right to be mad at me.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then when she says, I was just bored, and he was like, and the way he delivers it, obviously funny, but he's like, no. You don't get to just tell me you were bored now that that's convenient.
Right.
You were just as much into us as I was because there was a lot on TV that
Yeah.
day. And
And I know you said
Blair Witch
Blair Witch
was on.
Project.
Just make out or la la la.
Creepy Mark
whatever.
takes her into the room where his comics are, which to me should have been, Jesus Christ, don't go in there, Juno. Because, God, I tried to write this phonetically, but what I wrote was on my phone, most fruitful Yuki.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Well, that's the comic.
That's
fuck
the
yeah.
comic book.
It's a pregnant superhero.
Reminds me a lot of you.
Which I think is nice. I think that
Yeah,
was
it's
actually
great.
a nice gesture. If
But
he had already
that-
had it on his counter in the kitchen.
I know, but that woman should not be running around like that with a baby and a samurai.
Yeah,
In
they
her
wouldn't even let me play laser tag at main event
Yeah.
in that
No,
condition.
see.
That was the worst. I literally was standing in line. Someone just walks up, and I was just like, "Ma'am," they're like, "Damn it!" Like, shit.
All right, this is exciting here.
Two truths and a lie. Two truths and a lie. Hi ho the Dario. It's two truths and a lie.
Two truths and a lie. This is where Amy and Eric switch off, and we do a thing where they tell us three things. Two of them are true, one of them is a lie, and then we all guess, and it's awesome.
I appreciate Sean setting that to music that's about 1/2 a step off from what I was singing. You could have chosen what you wanted, but nope. Sean, play that again.
Hey, that's me, buddy.
Two truths and a lie. Two truths and a lie. Hi ho the Dario. It's two truths and a lie.
Yeah, you're right.
So good.
Jackass.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good, actually.
I'm not saying the singing was good. It was just a one-off thing.
It's just about
But when you choose,
it's a little bit of like a half a step off.
Oh, it's so
boy,
good.
you dick.
Evil genius.
All right, y'all ready?
We are ready.
All right. Fact number 1. The Green Day song East Jesus Nowhere is based on a line from this movie. Fact number 2. Juno was the second highest grossing film of the 5 Best Picture Academy Award nominees in 2008 after No Country for Old Men. Fact number 3. no one in this film ever uses a cell phone.
Oh my God.
Okay. Could you repeat number 2, please?
Juno was the second highest grossing film of the 5 Best Picture Academy Award nominees in 2008 after No Country for Old Men.
One.
Yeah, number 1. What was number 1?
The Green Day song East Jesus Nowhere was based on a line from this movie.
I don't know that song, so.
East Jesus Nowhere, loaded
up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done.
We've got
a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Just get
East Jesus, Wyoming, run. Something.
There's a devil on the trail.
So never mind them brakes.
We all do.
I never turn that song whenever it comes on in the car. I don't know why.
So I don't think anybody used a cell phone in the movie.
That's what I feel.
And the Green Day song is interesting, but I do not remember when that song came out.
I'm going to go with the cell phone. I'm going number 3.
That's the lie.
That's the lie.
Man, I don't remember a cell phone being used.
I remember a hamburger.
2.
2 separate hamburgers.
Yeah.
Hamburger.
All right.
Hamburguesa.
Man. I'm going Green Day song.
Ooh, Sean.
Sean's also going Green Day song.
Casey already said.
Yeah, I said that one.
Green Day song.
The Green Day song East Jesus Nowhere was based on a line from this movie. The mother says it to Juno, says, you know, you don't have to drive out to East Jesus Nowhere.
That's good.
And the
motherfucker
interview says that was on the Green Day album 21st Century
Digital Boy.
What the fuck ever.
By Bad Religion.
I don't believe that's the case. The lie was actually number 2. Juno was actually, of the 5 Academy Award Best Picture nominees that year, the highest grossing film of those
highest.
5.
That makes sense because
I know. I thought, well, it's made so much fucking money. Of course, it's going to be up there.
But also, the Best Pictures never make any money because they're all fucking bullshit movies unless they're fucking J.R. Tolkien or whatever the fuck.
So where was the cell phone?
That was true. No one in the film ever uses a cell phone.
Oh, fuck. I got it backwards.
I had it backwards too. And so the phone thing kept throwing me out. That whole goddamn game was fucked up.
That is true. Shit.
Anyway, we all got it wrong.
You got me on that
one. Sorry, I'm awesome at this.
Good job,
you really are good at it.
You are good. All right.
I'm leaving, Vanessa.
What?
I'm getting a place in the city. Got it all planned. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
No.
No?
No, you definitely can't do that. That's one big fat sack of... No.
What is the matter?
I mean, you guys are supposed to take care of this, you know?
Thought you'd be cool with this.
Cool. I want things to be perfect. I don't want them to be shitty and broken like everyone else's family. God, look, I'll have the baby, and Vanessa's gonna be so happy. You just...
Baby's not gonna fix everything. Besides, I don't know if I'm even ready to be a father.
But you're old.
You've got old balls.
Your old balls?
And you're just old.
What's your 5-year plan? Don't die?
Just old.
Oh, what? Big Daddy.
Yes.
Right?
Good work.
Yes. You guys, I saw that.
He's
recently.
like, do not divorce your wife, you know. She's on her way out. She's like, I bought another Sonic Youth album and it sucks. And
boy, did Jarrett Reddick agree with that
I
sentiment.
Totally agreed. It's such bullshit.
I've never been able to get into it either. And I can understand that there are bands out there that are foundational to other kind of scenes that get the ball rolling, and maybe someone with a little more talent listens to them and distills that into music people actually want to listen to. But
I don't know if it's talent. I don't know that it's a talent thing.
Sonic.
I think it's just a a different way of presenting it. I got fucking pissed off today on the internet.
Uh-oh.
Because it was just like someone made a comment, or it was just a post where it was like, I tell you what it was. It was Paul Gilbert was doing a guitar solo. And then so somebody goes, hey man, it's so cool to see, musicians with talent, unlike anything that happens today, whatever.
Yes.
So I go, I'm curious to know, like, what in present day isn't talented, like who's not talented.
Everybody, man.
Man, this pop, anybody behind a computer, jazz, blues.
Jazz, why don't they just play the right notes already?
Everybody, the whole thing, it just like, so basically what you're saying is if you don't like it, the person isn't talented. Listen to me. I don't give a shit if you can play an instrument. You can fucking sit behind a computer and make shit all day. If people like it, you're fucking talented.
I just watched a video of a 5-year-old that can fucking make songs on Pro Tools. Like, I don't know. That seems
I've seen that shit. That's he makes beats in there, right?
That's fucking talent.
Yeah.
You know who else?
No, he also plays the guitar and does he builds these songs.
You know who else doesn't play an instrument? Fucking LeBron James. And he's super successful.
Oh, so much talent.
Right.
Tracy McGrady.
Wow. This bit is fucking great. I love it. Yeah.
A lot of really,
Carl Price.
A lot of really successful people never went to college.
How you doing over there?
LeBron James, Anne Frank.
Carl, good to see you.
Oh, no. Okay, Anne Frank was great at hiding.
Anne Frank. Have you guys know Diary of Anne Frank, right? But have you seen the Diary of Anne Frank on ice? On ice.
On
ice.
Man.
Oh, Diary of Anne Frank on ice, man.
That fucking...
Is that a drink that you order at the bar if you
No,
need help?
that's me and Scott Simons wrote that one time in
shot.
Pittsburgh. And
they gotta change the name of that thing.
Yeah.
What?
You guys don't know this because y'all are the date rapers. But there's a
whoa. Nobody's date raped anybody in this room. I am so not a raper.
That we
you
know
as
of.
in the men.
Guys.
So a lot of bars.
Years.
It's not always that one. That was the original. But they'll put a sign in the women's bathroom like, if you're on a fucking sketchy date, order this drink, or if you're doing this thing, like they give you a list of like what,
like you
we'll call you a
order
cab.
An Angel Shot like neat will escort you to your car. Angel Shot on ice.
No shit.
Especially with like Tinder dates and stuff. Like
all this
is
stuff.
that and that's common? Y'all, is it still a thing or no?
Oh yeah,
it's more recently. It's in bar bathrooms for girls.
So I was in the bathroom at the airport the other day, and it said, and it was a boys' bathroom, and it said what?
Trafficking?
I actually wondered.
Yes, human trafficking.
I wondered if they put that in the boys' one because it's always been in the women's.
It's asked me
boys
if I
are
was
trafficked too.
It asked me if I was being a victim of human trafficking, and I had to think about it for a second.
You're like, I don't know if I want to go, but Dave's making me.
Yeah,
I'm glad you thought about it.
Maybe I am.
Advocate for yourself.
I am. Listen to me. I want to fucking know where I maybe I don't remember being stolen. You know?
How did that get to Vegas?
How did because in the Vegas? Sorry. All right, guys. So here's the thing. He really is
calling you a date raper.
He really is leaving her, though, man. He really is. He's like,
Never saw it coming.
Listen, I've been thinking. Like, I wonder if we're ready. I know we're prepared, but are we ready? And all the stuff. And she's like, hey, that shirt is stupid. Grow up. What do you want to fucking be a rock star, Kurt Cobain?
Which, what a jab. Like, that was the worst.
Right?
Like, it should be super easy because we don't have children.
Well, and she did, and she just goes, thank you for making the call. Now, at this point, are you sympathetic to Jennifer Garner's character? Like,
I've been sympathetic.
Oh, yes.
I like her through the whole movie. There was never a point where, seriously, there was never a point where I just saw this poor, successful, amazingly attractive woman who wanted to have a child and wanted a life and honestly was willing to settle for this creepy ass fucking work at home fucking hack of a goddamn musician husband to get the child.
Okay, well, he wrote the theme song for Men's Titanium Plus deodorant.
Right,
so.
and that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year long, Clark.
That's fucking mailbox money, dude.
No, I'm telling you. I
Until
agree.
they fucking switch the scent and then you're out.
We all know somebody who wrote a commercial pretty hard for a while. Like, that shit works out.
He didn't write a commercial. I know how
I
much
said
money it is.
wrote it out.
It ain't that kind of house money.
It's a kitchen.
It's a kitchen.
That's all,
And that's what he said it
his
was.
You know
It was
what?
a kitchen.
It's a kitchen. It ain't that fucking house.
No, it's a kitchen.
I just said that.
No, but I said it first.
You're right. You did.
Okay, but no, this whole movie, this time I had full sympathy for her as an adult watching this movie. I'm just saying, as a kid and Eric watching this movie, at first I thought that Jason Bateman was really cool.
Evacuation.
I
pump.
wasn't saying I thought he was really cool. I just felt like I was getting set up and I needed to prepare myself for that she's a shrew and is going to ruin everything because she's so uptight and like suburban.
With her big ears and her perfect jawline.
Bitch with her
A lot of people like it
titties.
when girls are tight.
Can I just say,
Oh, shit.
I need a video of next time that Jarrett pours himself a glass of wine because he literally fingered that box so hard and then sucked it off his finger.
You even hear what you're saying? Do you even hear what you're saying?
Why don't you
I
pull
did.
Here's
that
why.
sound
Here's
clip?
why. Because it drips on the couch earlier.
I know.
And I didn't want it to do that anymore.
Amy just screamed, fingered that box, and nobody
and then,
flinched.
and then sucked his finger.
No,
I fingered the
This is-
shit out of this box.
was trying to be quiet so that Sean can pull the audio out of there.
We all were.
Okay, Amy, what happened?
You fingered the box so hard, and then you licked your finger.
It should just go.
But it was dripping.
Casey,
But it was dripping on the
Amy,
couch.
you fingered your
butthole so
hard.
box.
Yeah.
This is only second behind. I didn't know that Jarrett's talents included flag waving.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's right. I am fucking good at that shit.
You know what?
I feel
he's
like
an excellent flag waver.
I feel like he should be in a parade. We went to medieval times.
You don't think he's
and he
ever
was
been in a
just the-
parade? Of course he's paraded. Look at him.
Oh, he had flourishes
Oh,
at
with
the
the
end.
wrist,
and a real...
his wristness was amazing.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
along with quicksand and mirages and things we thought we'd deal with,
Right.
I thought there'd be a lot more ribbon twirling,
yeah, like old
into teenagehood and adulthood.
Yeah.
What?
Remember ribbon twirling? It was like a thing.
Yeah,
Like
Chris
with
did
a
it.
CVS receipt.
Chris did it in the Almost video.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
There was so much
Yeah.
ribbon twirling when I was a kid. I thought everybody just had to ribbon twirl.
Right.
One time there was a Lizzie McGuire movie where she was had to go to like military school and she had to like, was that the one? Maybe I got those confused. Anyway, but she had to like ribbon twirl, and
Before it's too late?
and she just channeled. Yeah, she just channeled this like ribbon twirling excellence, and she fucking made the win. Nobody?
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm
What
fine.
happened?
I'm fine.
Did Sean tell a joke?
No.
And I've never seen a mirage, and I ain't never been in no quicksand.
She just ribbon twirled.
Just, you know,
Nobody's ever been in quicksand. That's the thing. We all fucking.
Oh, Shanna
that
has.
kid, that kid behind Amy's house.
We spent our entire lives.
Remember the kid that got stuck in the creek?
Our entire lives.
There was a kid that got stuck in the creek behind my house.
That's not fucking quicksand.
Every time he struggled, he went deeper.
He went deeper and deeper
Oh,
and
and
deeper.
deeper.
Like, I want you to go all the way to the bottom of my penis.
Kiss you all starry
And then,
my body swinging from side to
out
side.
of nowhere,
I don't see what anyone can see
there it was.
in anyone else.
There he was.
But
Here is the church and here is the steeple. We sure are cute for two.
I decided not to call Bleecker to tell him that I was having the baby. He had a big meet against Mantino, and I didn't want him to get all worried about
You
me.
just go, ah, shit.
It's right there, folks.
It's
But he figured it out.
fine.
I was running.
And I just kept running. I believe he said it needed to pee.
So I don't know if Jared. I know you watch some soccer. I don't think anybody else does, and I don't know if you remember who.
football?
Yeah, the European footy, and I don't know if you know who Neil Warnock is.
Nope.
But he's just
Neil.
Yes, he's just an old.
He's an
soccer
announcer.
Soccer manager. Sometimes he's on TV.
Yeah.
He's coaching Middlesbrough, I think, right now, managing Middlesbrough. And
That means coaching, Amy.
and it's so weird because everyone has
Thanks,
their life is like a box of chocolates and the way they say it, and no one ever really says it right.
Says it right.
And then here he is on the television the other day quoting that as a 70-year-old British guy, and it was just so off-putting.
Please let us hear.
Could you do it?
It's real. No, I can't, because I can't do either accent, and to try to combine a British accent with
might
the
come out
Forrest Gump,
perfectly.
it's so weird.
Yeah, can you try?
Try.
Good day, mate.
That's pretty terrible. You're right. It wasn't good.
No,
it
I
wasn't
don't
good.
like it.
I thought it over. I didn't like
Life
it.
is a life. That sounds like a
Life-
Foster's beer
Life is
commercial.
like a box of chocolate.
Yeah, is Forrest Gump in British just Australian?
I think so.
Oh.
That's where all the
Outback Steakhouse.
Foster's. It's
Australian for
beer.
Outback Steakhouse. Right? Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
All right. So, there's some touching moments here. And so I ended up today, I had a really busy day work-wise, and I had to go and do some running around. I had to grab my kid from school and take him to where he goes to the gym. And so he's in there for an hour and 15 minutes. So I watched actually most of this movie sitting in the parking lot and doing my notes like I do. Life is like a box of chocolates. Downloaded that motherfucker off Amazon.
Whoa.
And so you're probably wondering if in that kind of environment, do I cry?
I wasn't then, but I am now.
The answer is yes. Oh man, I was a goddamn wreck.
The answer.
Oh fuck.
I knew the
This
answer.
goddamn him laying next to her, like the dad with the shoulders, and then Jennifer Lawrence, is that her name? What's her
Garner.
fucking Jennifer Gardner, like with the baby and then the stepmom and stuff. Like I'm a fucking wreck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that my son's coming around the corner at any time. But I don't have to be embarrassed because he knows his dad is a sensitive son of a bitch.
He knows what he's walking
He
into.
knows what he's walking into.
Never seen a man in a Ferrari cry so hard. Jarrett Reddick sitting outside of karate or whatever.
No, I knew watching this movie, apart from you, that you were losing your shit.
Yeah,
Like, there's
well,
no way.
it began in a chair, it ended in a chair. And I just think that this last scene, her riding her bike and getting there and him just being so sweet and them sitting out there, and I realize it's stupid and I know that it'd be dumb, and if we were all driving by it'd be fucking ridiculous, but this is yeah, I mean we'd make fun of it, but I just found the fact that they played the song from the movie together like that, and that she really sang it, and he really Juno really sang it, and Michael Cera really sang it. Bleecker really, God fucking shit. Bleecker. I just found it so sweet. I really did, and I loved how the shot started tight and came out for a while, and then it went wider, and all of it was great. This goddamn movie, it's so fucking good. It's so great. The soundtrack was awesome. I wonder what you guys think about that band, the Moldy Peaches. So obviously everybody knows who I'm talking about, right? So it's the band that's like, you fart on the freaking everybody listens, and you farted on a strike and everybody.
So it's the song at the end. Okay, I
But
like that one.
But they did all the songs throughout the thing.
All of them?
Not all of them, but like all of the songs like that.
She's got 9 credits on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
So there was a song that bothered me to my core. And I know I'm very, I don't know. I'm the general population when it comes to music. I like the typical.
Which is good. That's
what
good.
You like.
Same. This is why I was about to ask what you're about to answer.
There was a song in this movie, and it was very like, I walk up the street.
That's it.
And I get the mail. And nothing rhymes. There doesn't seem to be a rhythm or anything to it. And I hated it.
Yeah,
Kelsey turned to me. She's working. What am I doing? Rubbing her feet, watching a movie. And she looks up and goes, "Is that the Moldy Peaches?" And I go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Is this song playing? And I'm like, I don't know. I pause it, and Amazon has that X-ray thing. Tells you who's on the screen, what music's playing, whatever. Yeah, goddamn it, if it isn't. She goes, yeah, they have a song about cats that I think I know. And so after the movie, I pull up Spotify, start listening to this shit. My God.
Oh, my God.
It is 1,000% unlistenable. All of it. Every single note of every single song. And those people have 350,000 monthly subscribers listening to this. And I'm just thinking to myself,
yeah,
you just want to die. And you're just looking for an excuse.
It to like the kindergarten art. You know, like I could do that shit. I can write words on a page that don't rhyme and don't have any rhythm.
I seen them finger paintings. No, but it's artsy shit, right? It's more
than that.
It has its thing.
It's anti-folk indie.
No, it is supposed to be folky. This is like, it was hipster music back then. Every movie, this was a fucking multi-million-dollar movie, but it made it feel like it was an indie film because of the fucking music.
God damn it, man. Wow.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
What
like
a fucking great observation.
And it made
She's
you feel
exactly
like
right.
When you're 16 years old, you're like refined because you're
$7 million movie, but when you put this kind of music in, all of a sudden you're just like, hey, fucking indie film, let's go.
Yeah, but
right?
then on pop radio, it's that man, oh man, you're my best friend, that song. And it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like 2 years later.
Oh, that song is so good, though.
But it's the same type of shit. Like, and you're like, I can listen to this, but it's still pop radio.
Right. This is just not polished. Like, none of it's polished. And in fact, like...
It did exactly what it was supposed to do, though.
100%. It just sounds like two people... I'm so glad you guys have an opinion about it. I don't know what I think about it. I honestly can't figure it out. Like,
well, I challenge you then, between now and tomorrow, when we're
doing another episode.
Oh, right.
Put on a Spotify.
Okay.
Moldy Peaches or the lady, Kimye Dawson.
I'm just kind of surprised as like the acoustic guitar guy at the party that you wouldn't be into this shit.
Yeah.
What, she does solo stuff too?
Yeah. It's no Wonderwall, I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, but I want to, but I think that the part of the thing that makes this sweet is the two of them together.
It is, but
That's
I
fine.
think the end of this real song talks about poop falling out of his pants, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they
if they would have gone that far, I would be on board.
They do. No, they talk about like farts and poop and shit like that. But it's like artsy shit. It's like stuff that I guess hipster is the way. It's like you show up at the thing and you're supposed to like it.
2 thumbs down.
Okay.
It's like people who like the Beatles.
I thought that I was going to be the odd man out on this one.
I like it a little bit, but it's nostalgic for me. Because
Listen to me. I like it in this movie.
Sure.
I don't ever need to fucking listen to it.
No. It wouldn't be on my playlist, but I like what it did.
I do like that one song. Something to make the bump.
That's the song that comes.
Open the door and see all the people. Like that kind of thing. Yeah, I like that one. I remember that song very vividly, but the other one...
That song's fucking great.
No, I like it, but the other one, I don't know.
I wondered if y'all were
going
to do a take one tonight, because I figured that would be the song y'all did.
I just thought of the
and
little...
I wondered if you guys were going to get to the poop part.
We're going to do
Casey's mom.
But
You're gonna do my mom?
We only ever do take one when
mom.
I suggest doing a take
On
one.
the air?
I don't ever get
That's true.
I don't ever get a message from Jarrett that goes, "Oh man, watching this, would love to do this song," and I wasn't about. Nay, I wasn't about to text him.
Well,
and
we
say
haven't done
should
the
do
movie tomorrow
One
yet.
of these.
Here's the
pieces of
thing.
shit.
I watched the movie the day before the goddamn thing. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do, man?
I
What do
don't want you to do anything.
fair,
I
You
wanted
want to
to
suggest something?
No,
because we're not going to have something to talk about for Wolves of Wall Street
Listen,
tomorrow.
Oh,
the
Jesus.
3 goddamn. Has everybody made plans to watch that shit yet?
I haven't watched it.
Yep.
And I have to
took
work
the
all
day
day
off.
tomorrow.
Good.
So I will be showing up tomorrow pretending like I watched this when I really just read the Wikipedia article about it. Because there ain't no way.
Oh, you mean...
are you being serious? You're not going to watch it?
There's no
You mean
way.
Steel
When am I
Magnolias?
supposed to do it? It's a 3-hour-long movie.
You want to reschedule?
And I got work tomorrow.
Okay, let's reschedule it.
Or I'll just come in here and act like I watched.
I watched this
No,
movie
I don't
on my
wanna do
lunch
that.
break today.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I
Jarrett
thought-
pulled that off once, but...
I don't want to do that. So if you literally don't have time, then we'll reschedule.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Y'all don't have the calendar meeting right here, right now?
I mean, I don't care.
100%.
All right. So yes, I
For
did
Vinny
cry
and Lucy.
in song. Guys, let's talk about this real quick. I loved this movie. I think this movie is absolutely 100% fucking amazing. I love the story. I like the interactions. I do I just really, really like it. I think it's great. Eric?
I 100% agree with you. Like I said before, I was not anticipating liking this. In fact, was dreading it going in because am not, as a person of my age and having had all the joy sucked out of my life because life is hard and terrible, I am not equipped to listen to banter, or this quick fire bullshit. And luckily, I did not find it to be that way. I found the writing to be phenomenal. I found the acting to be phenomenal. The soundtrack, as much as I did not like any of the music that I listened to after the fact, as I'm listening to it on my phone, in the context of the movie, it was totally appropriate and fine. I see why it made 9 million times its budget, and I really enjoyed this. Is probably a top 10 for me.
Nice.
Of the movies that we've watched for
done.
the show.
I wonder if like some of the dialogue stuff, and that rapid fire thing that Juno does. I wonder if it's that they don't have everybody else react to it in the same way that makes it almost tolerable for someone who doesn't like that kind of thing.
That's an idea. I think the only other, well, not the only, but I think another possible explanation is that in 2007, that was a kind of new way of writing the characters and writing the dialogue and the delivery of it. And maybe we're just used to it more as we sit here 15 years later. But at the time, it was really edgy, witty.
Well, it was sitcom-y.
In your face.
It was like, Mad About You. And, there was a show that came on after Seinfeld in the 90s called Mad About You. And it had Helen Hunt and Paul
Rubens.
Reisner in it. And it was that kind of thing where it's just like blah 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 blah, which that's a very English comedy thing to do. Only in English comedies, nothing's funny. But yeah, interesting. Well, I am really glad that you liked this.
Me too.
Casey,
this was my pick. I love this movie. I mean, I'm sure you all know. At this point in the podcast, we watch so many movies that we don't just like watch new movies all the time. Like we have to watch 2 a week sometimes. You know what I mean? So like you pick movies that you think that you liked back in the day, and then you have to actually analyze them. And sometimes it's harder to watch than it was. And that's kind of been the theme of movies that I've picked. Even like Pirate Radio, like a movie I like hold really closely to my heart.
that was a great fucking movie.
It was a great movie, but having to break it apart, it kind of sucks.
Sure.
So I picked this one because it was my turn to pick a movie, and I was like, I love that movie, and it really held up to me. Like I felt really good watching it. By the end of it, I was like, I think that everybody's gonna like it.
Right.
I don't think that anybody was gonna shit all over it, at least, because we all do that too on each other's movies.
Right.
And so I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was different as an adult than.
What she just said is something we need to start doing in the future for the show.
Taking a shit?
If it's your movie, you picked it because you either wanted to see it or you had seen it and it was special to you. I would love to hear, like she just said, predictions about whether she thought we would like it, who she thought
You've
wouldn't like it.
surprised me a few times now.
I would love to hear people
Shouldn't that
do
be at the front of the podcast, though? Like, hey, I picked this movie.
Even at this point.
Saying, as I went into it, I knew I liked it. I wondered if Eric would because what I know of him, or I knew Amy would love it because we have this mutual shared experience with X, Y, Z, whatever.
Can I always be like, I picked this and I don't give 2 shits still? Fuck you guys.
But you know, watching it, like Pirate Radio, I knew everyone was going to like it enough. But by the end of it, I kind of knew who was going to like what for what reason and who wasn't for what reason.
I love that.
And this one, I was like, it's a fucking solid movie. Like, I think people are going to like it. I love this movie. I'm glad that you liked it, Jarrett. And Eric, I don't give a shit what you think. So,
and I knew that, again, what's been really cool about the last few weeks, Rain Man, again, I'll say re-entered my top 5. And that's a movie that I used to swear was the greatest movie of all time. Then I just sort of stopped saying it one day. It's like favorite bands, right? Where you're just like, Bad Religion, my favorite band. And then you're just like, okay, Descendants are my favorite band now. this movie is one of those where I was just like, God damn, I remember this being a fucking great movie. It's a fucking great movie. Now, Amy, you did not shit all over the movie.
No, not at all. I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I liked the writing, most of the acting I enjoyed, but just from the first watch, I enjoyed it. This watch, Elliot Page just bothered me. I just didn't like the acting.
And you're saying, though, too, that in Inception...
it made me look back on Inception, and I'm thinking,
maybe you're just not a fan.
I just don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
I don't think in Inception he had this amazing performance. It didn't bother me in Inception, but this one, getting down to the very quick-witted blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
it felt very forced. In fact, even the crying in the bed when he was, trying to give this baby away, it felt very forced. Like, I know that he was portraying this female character that was very independent and I don't care and I'm very tough and whatever. And I just felt like it should have been broken down a little bit more in that scene.
That's interesting to me because when this movie, when it came out, this acting was so cool and edgy and fun and bantery that I think that I was really impressed here. And then whenever like Inception and stuff came out, I was like underwhelmed.
Oh, so it was a little bit backwards.
So I remember being like excited when new movies would come out, and I'd be like, okay, I'm about to see some badass, like, they had a movie called Whip It about like roller derby.
Yes.
And I remember really liking that one, but I kind of feel like it would feel the same way as watching this one to you because it's kind of the same banter. But when Inception came out, this huge giant movie where there's all the best acting in the world, like I was super underwhelmed by the Elliot Page.
Yeah. I just don't think that he was able to live up to the Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie. Anybody would be underwhelmed compared to him.
Who is really?
I think we're on the same page.
Of course we are. But you know what? And I get what you're saying because when I said the thing about like
there's a few
Juno in the convenience store to me, and you're like, that's what it was like for the rest of the movie.
Yes.
I totally get it because if it felt like that, I'd be like, okay, all right. So they're just saying their lines and yada yada. Right. I honestly, that's not the way that it felt to me, but I totally get what you're trying to say.
And I think Casey said something about the soundtrack, and that made me think of Garden State. And I just looked it up. Garden State came out in 2004, and that's the first movie that I vividly remember as the very bantery, independent feel, but it was a lot bigger than an independent movie.
It was and 100% driven by that soundtrack.
Yes,
Zach Gaff, is that his name? Braff.
But there was a huge following, and I remember just like, I'll hop on that train, and I didn't love it that much, but everybody else did, so I thought it was super cool, but I didn't think it was that. I didn't get it.
I think the bottom line is this movie feels like an independent film, but it's not. This is a big budget. $7 million back in 2007 is a pretty nice sized budget. And obviously it made $250 fucking million.
Yeah, way to go.
So all I can say is I hope all of the actors got a piece of that shit. Sean, you have to sit and watch these movies and pull clips. What do you think about Juno?
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I saw it when it came out. I don't remember if I've seen it since then, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Anything jump out at you as far as like you haven't seen this in a while, now you're watching it, like did the soundtrack annoy you, or because you're pretty hard on music?
Yeah, I like the main song, and that's just for what it is.
The dozen.
But what's funny is when you were talking about Jason Bateman feeling creepy, I remember him like making moves onto her.
Me too, and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But then I was like, maybe I'm getting confused
Mandela effect.
With
super weird.
With Hard Candy, her movie, where she played like a 13-year-old that was getting like the guy was like locking her in her house.
I have no idea. No.
But no, I like it.
Cool.
It's good.
That's an obscure
tell me about that
Romanian film.
Dude,
I'm sure it's 9 hours long and it's his next pick.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you guys have actually met my brother, but My brother looks so much like Jason Bateman that sometimes, I'm not joking, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, I swear to God. And with this haircut, it was fucking bizarre a couple of times. It was very, very weird. But great pick, Casey. Thanks, everybody who listened. Hey, guys, don't bail out just yet. We have so much cool shit to talk about here. Eric, listen to this theme song.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
I see what's happening here. All right. Hi, all. The fat and weird cookie people. Well, that's rude. The fat and weird cookie people said they reached out to you guys to send cookies. Please let them know if you want them to send you samples. That is from Diana Wheeler.
Yeah,
Diana,
we want that shit.
Thank you for
wait a
sending
minute.
that
Hold
in.
on.
One person in this room will not be receiving any cookies when you send them in.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but their initials are Amy Pitzinger. Who
said they all look gross.
Yeah, and also, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Those cookies are too big.
That's,
what the fuck
I
ever.
don't like stuff inside of other stuff.
Okay, fuck you.
Stand by.
I hate delicious items.
If they send a cookie, I will try it if
No, you
they
won't.
allow it. I said if
If
they
allow it. Okay, it's up to them. It's up to them.
It's up to them.
Yep.
All I said was that one looked like it was pooping. That's fair, right? Like that happened.
I will give it an honest
poop
review.
is fine. Baby Ruths look like poop, but we eat them.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you put them in a punch bowl.
Here's the thing.
Feel all the
I do think that we should get some of those cookies. Why don't
our
we?
butt.
What about we think about this? I'm trying to think of special things to do for the 300th episode.
300 cookies.
No, Amy,
We all
that's
have to eat
Amy,
300.
that's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, how big are? I mean, maybe we could figure it out.
Perhaps some of these things that have come up throughout all of these things, we could be like, okay, we've got these cookies from such and such, and that's a part of the episode. And then
how many
we
bites?
You haven't done how many bites
how
yet.
many bites?
So we do how many bites again. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
I like
everybody
it.
comes in on an empty stomach,
Okay.
Sure.
and we fucking have how many bites, and then we do
Get some
wait,
hibachi.
wait. They should-
Pepperidge Farm.
No, it should all be a surprise, and I should see which ones I can get here.
Oh, yeah. I like that
All right,
idea.
you handle it. So send the info to Casey.
No, I'm talking day of.
No. Listen, that just fucked up the whole bit. So we want to get these, what are they called? Big ass fat fucking cookies?
Weird and fat and weird.
They are now.
Fat and weird cookies. We would love to have some of those for our 300th episode. Please contact Sean. Sean will. You can contact them, right? Okay, Sean's got
He contacted
this.
us already.
Yeah, he's got it.
No, they sent us a thing.
So what I think happened is Diana signed on. Then we got the cookie people hitting us up.
Okay.
And then she sent that. So I think she knows the cookie people. And she
Got
said,
it.
hey, they talked about your cookies because
We're
I
so
sent them an
famous.
email.
Right.
We're so
God.
But I looked the guy up.
These
He's real.
cookie people won't stop talking about
Yeah.
it.
Oh my God.
Sorry you're obsessed with me.
They are in Florida, so it would need to be shipped here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure that shit out. But we would love to have big ass fucking fat fucking cookies.
Do they sprinkle bath salts on the top?
No.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
See, but also, actually, dudes,
Oh, can
we should fucking goddamn do
bath salts.
what? But like,
Yeah.
just shit that's come up. Like,
some faces.
okay, Ritz
Mushrooms.
crackers and frosting, and just try it and
A
see.
Miracle Whip versus mayonnaise blind taste test with
Yeah.
some tuna
Oh, I
sandwiches.
could taste
I don't
that
like
we do our
either.
300th at a hibachi.
instantly. Oh boy, everything just got real. All right,
Okay.
we'll figure this out.
Let's
Anyway,
watch the
I
movie
do want to
300
try
at
these.
Hibachi.
I do really want to try the cookies. So either 300th episode or Super Bowl at my house.
Okay. All right, next up. Dear all, you may have noticed, or not, the absence of my name while reading out the shares over the past few episodes. This is entirely due to being banned from Facebook for 30 days. My crime, you ask? I called a very good friend of mine a twat in response to him having called me a cunt. Apparently, this was bullying and or harassment and contravened community standards. What a load of bollocks. Anyway, I've been paroled and will commence sharing again, and I will be less sweary in my comments, lest the Facebook police ban me forever. Thanks for brightening my Fridays. Keep it up. Kindest regards. Anybody want to know who that's from? Anybody?
No.
Have a guess?
I have no idea.
That's from Barry Ferguson, the
Barry
original $1 cut.
Dude, just how English that fucking entire message was. Well, just even though you go twat and cunt, like and then you're just like, and whilst, like shit like that. It's so
contravened the community standards. It was shambolic display.
Well,
atrocious. It was atrocious the way they're treating you, Barry.
Yeah. All right, Barry, we're very, very, very sorry.
Also,
we're glad to have you back.
Don't make your Facebook less cursy. Just do it. Just
You
go
do
for
you,
it.
man.
Yeah.
So we at the emo night thing, I had Bowling for Soup's. We call him Daddy. He's our original record promoter for Jive in the Texas area or whatever. So we've known this guy since 99, 2000, whatever. And he's been a champion of us for so fucking long. It's crazy. And anyway, he came in and he sits down and it's like, well, I just feel kind of out of touch because, I just got out of Facebook jail. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like you're always in Facebook jail. And he goes, yeah, I've been in Facebook jail 27 times.
Oh, and they've deleted like 4 of his accounts.
And they finally deleted my account. And so I keep having to make new accounts and shit or whatever. And just
Goodness.
he just says, but this guy, his stories are
not worth it, man.
Yeah.
Just let them delete your shit.
Just let them delete
real
their
life.
shit. Dude, I got in trouble the other day on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did a Teen Mom thing. So they were talking about this Teen Mom deal, and they go, it was one of those. He get the step, I get the step. He get the clock radio, he cannot afford. Great success, right? And so they do these on this TikTok. Have you heard of TikTok?
I mean, I've heard of it.
So it's basically they just make somebody versus somebody. And so it's like one character versus another character or whatever. And so I go, after all that's over, everybody's comparing Chelsea and Janelle. And so I go, this Adam, he is number 4 prostitute in all of Cossack, because that's her ex-husband, and I got fucking taken down from Instagram for that shit because I called this Adam a prostitute from Cossack.
The 4th best.
Yeah,
Whoopsie.
He's fourth best. This is my mother. I love her.
Good thing you didn't start in with throw the Jew down the whale. Well,
yeah, right.
Whale.
The
whale.
Oh wow, that's your Christian roots coming out.
Dude,
that's Jonah.
Here's the thing. I've been guesting on this podcast called Teen Mom Trash Talk, and I'm having the best time.
That makes me so happy.
But I am also on their Facebook, and the shit that they latch onto is so much like what our audience does or whatever. So like anytime they talk about this character Amber, who's on the show,
Amber Portman,
that's her. Anytime they talk about Amber Portman being in jail, they just spell it GEL.
Gel.
She's in jail.
In jail.
Or whatever. And I'm new to the fucking Facebook group, and I can't stop laughing every time I read it. Like, because it was when she was in jail. It's so goddamn funny. It's like Casey's friend who wears hills.
Yeah, she always wants to know what the dill is.
What's the dill? And I wear hills. I
remember that podcast we were on together, and it was Dell.
Yes, Dell,
Right.
Tucker and
Exactly.
Dell.
That was
Tucker and Dell.
Dell. Everybody loved Dell. Okay, go ahead.
She's the one.
Yeah, that's the hills.
All right, next up, the gang talked about Aldi in the latest Rain Man episode. This is a very popular There is a very popular Facebook group called Aldi Aisle of Shame Community. It's dedicated to Aldi's middle aisle of random shit. Candles, cabinets, swimsuits, sports bras, etc. And how you go to Aldi to buy eggs or milk and end up with a cart full of random crap. Don't join this group unless you have a lot of free time. That is from Annie Allman.
What's the name of the grocery store?
Aldi.
Aldi's nuts.
No.
Oh, what?
I was gonna say, Eric, do you like all these?
I got him! I fucking got him!
And then he was gonna say no, and I was gonna say all these nuts on your face.
Damn it! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that.
You played it so well too, because I felt like you were just you weren't paying attention to part of the email, and you wanted me to just clarify. God damn
What were you gonna do?
I was going to ask if you like Aldi's.
Well, that's what I asked him on text message, but he really slow played it. Yeah. If you would have said, "Do you like Aldi's?" I'd have caught on to that. For him to say, "What was the name of the store?" Because I'm reading. I don't know. He's not over there on his phone dicking around doing.
I
whatever.
was actually, yeah,
talking to Sean some bullshit.
He was super.
I don't talk to Sean during the show.
Next time we gotta, just whatever. But God, played it so perfectly, you cocksucker.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. It was a term of endearment.
I appreciate that.
Jarrett, why are you ignoring me?
Oh my God, I've not heard that in a long time.
I'm going to hear that in my sleep.
Oh. All right, next up. Hey, gang. To our good friend, hero, and national treasure, Mr. Woody Chambers, it took about 1.5 years and you moving to the land of shitty internet, but scoreboard out. Dr. Jason Aylesworth and damn.
All right. Yeah, he did it. Did he beat him?
Yeah, went one up on him.
That's right. Man, that's crazy. Woody literally never gets beat.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's more to this story.
Okay. Is it a rap battle?
Greetings, my most excellent friends. Actually, I'm going to read this like I'm Woody. Hey, greetings, most excellent friends, because I'm a total idiot.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's just my impersonation of Woody. Greetings, my most excellent friends. I was able to catch just a bit of 5 questions today and witness the win by Dr. Kidney Pete. My reply is simply this. Congratulations, it finally happened. Dr. Stinky Whizzletits, Esquire, finally has more wins than I. All it took was me moving to the backwoods of Narnia for it to happen. I've been dark for almost 8 months. I've played 3 times. It took you that long to finally pass me. Well, congratulations. Guess you got more wins. Oh, wait. What's that? Winning percentage not up to my standards. Took you 20 plus tries. Had to change the entire game because they felt bad for you that you kept losing.
I feel like you need to read this like a professional wrestler.
I'm comfortable in my greatness. Feel free to revel in your mediocrity. Love you, mean it. Woody. Woo!
It was.
Does he really have more wins than him now?
Yeah, but it took
does
him
he fucking really?
Twice as many tries, you know.
Jesus
matter.
Christ!
Doesn't
Oh
matter.
my God!
So
Not in the wrestling community.
So right now, Jason has
Oh
6.
God, this is the hottest gay sex I've ever had.
What does that have to do with anything?
Jason has 16.
Jason and Woody touching tips.
Oh,
Jason has
that
16 wins. Jason has 26 appearances. Woody has 15 wins with 20 appearances.
Yeah, Woody's fucking pretty
A
goddamn
machine.
a machine. Yeah, I
I do
mean,
think they should make like wrestling promos.
Sean can
We
dress up
should
as
have
Mean
them
Gene.
battle it off on episode 300.
maybe we should do the thing that we were supposed to do back in March and have the goddamn tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if any of you
That's gonna be
listeners
fun.
want to play FIFA with me and
Okay,
Jared,
no. That is never going to happen.
we're going to do it for episode 300. Jared and I are just going to sit there and play soccer. You know,
Me and Amy are gonna go to the bar.
Seriously.
4-minute halves. We'll just play real quick just to
Dude,
get it out
here's
of the way.
the thing though. We could do that on Twitch and probably build our goddamn, because people just want to watch people play video games on there.
Probably not us. We suck.
It turns out nobody wants to play video games with y'all.
Okay, god damn it. All right, any more?
That's it.
Well, man, that was fun. Hey, thanks for sharing, everybody. Or do I do, Eric, how do people connect with us?
On our website, JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. On Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies or the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page. On YouTube and Twitch, Jarrett Goes to the Movies, where you will subscribe and turn on notifications. On Instagram and Twitter, at Jarrett Movies. On Patreon, which is where you can join the winning team, support the little podcast that could. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, Jarrett Goes to the Movies at gmail.com. Text us or leave us a voicemail. The number, as you may or may not know, is the same either way, 714-451-6029. That's 714-451-6029. Don't forget to join us next week when we discuss the film El Lobo del Mundo Financiero.
Sean
I think we're doing Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
Oh.
That makes way more sense.
Was that Wolf of Wall Street in Spanish?
In broken Spanish.
Portuguese?
Sure.
Some shit. All right. Hey, guys, don't forget, and sincerely, please, 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 when you pull over, leave us a good review. Why not rate the show with 5 stars? We appreciate y'all so very much. Thanks for sharing. Chris Pulse, David Kendricks, Simon Rogers, Barry Ferguson, Joey Bishop, Armadillo, Woody Chambers, Tyler Corey, Jay Palladino, Walks New Pussycat, home of the Hibachi Thunder Roll. We appreciate y'all sharing. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the show. We love y'all, and we will see you down the road.